Hello and welcome back to the 50-50 Take It or Leave It podcast. I'm your host, Matthew, joined by Kyle, Mitch, and our guest, Brandon, once again. And in this episode, we talk about, childhood stuff, a lot of D&D. Let's jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 50-50 Take It or Leave It podcast. I am once again joined by Kyle, Mitch, and a guest. Brandon, if you'd like to introduce yourself once again for the viewers.
Hey guys, it's Brandon again. Nice to be back. I love you guys.
Hey, what's
Thanks
going
for
on?
listening,
We love
man.
you.
Third time in a row.
Third time.
Third time.
Yes, sir.
It
In a row.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I like that.
Well, after we
Bonkers,
just
ladies.
talked about
Gentlemen.
nothing for 5 minutes, what are we talking about today, Mitch?
We are going to discuss a couple different things. Firstly, we're going to talk about childhood memories. We're going to throw it back in the yearbook. We're going to go back to age 0 to 10 or whatever people feel like talking
That's
about.
really far back.
That's pretty far back.
It's far back,
I'd
but I
have to-
love this topic.
I'd
I
have to
do.
Yeah.
I do as well.
10 to 15 years of my life. I'd just be like, yeah, that did happen.
Why don't we talk about our earliest memory first? I can tell you mine.
I
Oh, I
got
can
mine
tell you
too.
mine too.
I have
Hey!
mine
Well, we
I
should-
sure as
This is
I sure as hell can.
the later half of the 50, but we're going with it now, folks. All right. Mitch, go first then. We'll go around the table.
Yep.
too. Got it.
So my first memory is actually me playing with this huge stuffed, like, white tiger. Like, the tiger itself is white and it's got black stripes.
All right.
And it's like, it looks huge on me because I'm like 2, but
Right.
it's like probably 3 feet long.
Okay.
And I just remember like wrestling it in my living room. I don't
All
know
right,
why,
yeah.
but that's the first thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's yours, Brandon?
So my first memory is I was actually waking up out of bed. What's the age you like get sent to school?
Like
Age,
Five.
what kind of school are you talking about?
kindergarten?
Elementary or like preschool?
K-12, like 5, 6.
5 or 6.
5 is
It's
Man,
5.
That feels
Five.
late.
I know. There's some that come at like
that feels
6.
really late, but this is the only thing I remember. I remember waking up, getting out of bed, being yelled at by my mom to go get on the bus. That's what I remember personally. I just remember flicking off the blanket, looking towards the like hallway, putting on some shoes, and going to school.
okay. My first memory is really weird.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay, so my parents would put toys on the toilet, like on the top,
Yeah.
and it'd be like, Matt, like, if you went to the bathroom by yourself and you like do it right, see that toy up there?
Did
That
you
could
do
be
it right?
yours
Oh wow.
if you do this right. And they put like Fruit Loops in the toilet.
A little targets.
Like, yeah, I
Little
think.
targets?
I think that's what it worked. But I remember specifically it was a lion toy. And it was like you like press a button on it and it roared. And I was like, oh, dude,
awesome.
that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I remember like the yellow light of like the bathroom. The like that like weird like yellow that only bathrooms have. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty confident the first memory I had was watching like Men in Black 2.
Nice.
Like
That seems like a late memory, but
no. Like it was on TV. Like I don't remember anything else. But for some reason, I have a vivid image of
tell me it's
the
Will
final scene when like you see all like the little like aliens walking, and then one of them just shows like their foot. And I just remember that, and like I don't know why it sticks to me so much. Maybe at the time I was like, "Ooh, spooky aliens," and the thing was, is like I didn't even see the whole movie. I walked in while the movie was ending, and I just remember that one scene. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never actually seen Men in Black 2 fully.
What?
It's just been that last scene,
All right.
and I'm just like, why do I
It's not a
why do
bad
I
movie.
just cling on to that memory so much? Because it's like that's the first like vivid one I've had. I ain't have no super crazy memory, but like that one just sticks out to me, which is like really weird.
I get that.
Yeah.
I also have like I was just thinking about it now. There's like another one I have, but I don't know if that's like before or after, so I'm not gonna list it. But getting to that, who wants to go over their childhood memories first? Top 5, by the way. Not necessarily best, but most interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad.
Any, mini, money, Kyle.
Okay.
As always, we shoot it to Kyle first.
Yes,
So he
as
ready?
always.
Are you ready, or is that?
Yeah.
And he was definitely the most prepared to answer this as well.
There's a couple. One takes place around. Well, I guess I'll give you guys 5 choices, and then you guys can just tell me which one you'd want to hear about.
Okay.
So there was the time I went to Valley Fair and I accidentally hit my mom in the face.
Whoa.
There was the time I almost got traumatized on Halloween.
Almost?
Almost. I don't scare easily. Anywho, there's also there's another one. There was also the time where this is so long ago. I'd have to remember so much. There's Halloween, Valley Fair, and then there was the time that I had to like wear a cast for a very long time, like to my leg, which is like the stupidest story. And then there was a time me, my cousin, and my brother went into the woods and found, oh my God, this is actually really bad. But it was just like what looked like a chopped off like deer leg just in the middle of the woods somewhere.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was just like, okay. And then there was the time I also ran or drove away from a tornado. So I guess you can choose which one you think would be.
All right. Counsel.
I kind
Yeah,
of like the
console the
one
council.
where he hit his mom, but I
That-
also like the deer leg.
Yeah, the mom and the hitting in the face sounds funny, and I'd probably get a good laugh about it. But it's between the deer leg and the Halloween terror.
Halloween is what it is for me.
You know what?
I love Halloween.
Let's do Halloween.
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 All
It
right.
is, actually, it is that fall season.
it's
so
coming up.
Spooky season.
Yes.
Spooky.
Spooky season's coming up.
All right.
Uh,
So
By the way, actually, like, we're doing it live. Do we wanna like screen record our until dawn playthrough?
Yeah.
ooh,
Do you guys want to do that?
I would be down.
Yeah.
I feel like the viewers would really appreciate giving them something besides the 50/50 logo.
Yeah,
to
I
look
know.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
While they're watching this on YouTube.
we can definitely. I mean, yeah, I'd be down to do it.
I'm
I just
down.
gotta get that share button on.
All right.
Get that going. But yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose I will tell you guys about which was I'm pretty confidently sure this was like my first Halloween, like ever. So
How old were you?
I had to have been like 7, 8 when it happened.
Dang, you started Halloween late. You
I mean,
you're
I was
late
like
in
all
the
about
game.
Halloween, but I didn't fully get into it till like first, second, and third grade. But I started off Halloween. I got my costume. And at the time, I was like really into Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers and stuff. So I got this like cool.
Oh yeah.
I had this cool like green ninja costume. I'm out here because my favorite color was green, and I was
Okay.
like, "This is
Yeah.
good, right?" And I'm walking around, looking at all these ghosts and ghoulies, walking in the street. I'm getting candy,
As one does on Halloween.
as one does on Halloween, tricking and treating myself, right? And I go to this one house.
What's it look like? Paint me a mental picture.
There was like a row of houses, and this one was a really bright white house in a row of like darkly grayish, tannish houses. All right, this was
this
this
the
was that-
bright one.
it was abnormally bright. All right, I can't paint pictures because this was a very
So
I don't
wait,
remember
hold on.
the house. All right,
Hold on, it was gray but abnormally.
no, this was a
bright?
white house, but
Oh,
all the other
white.
houses around it was like darker
You
colors.
said darker.
darker. We're talking grays. We're talking like dark.
There's
dark
low hanging fruit here for a joke that I'm not going to make.
gray. Okay, so
Yup.
We're
so
above this, guys.
so basically,
Are we?
we're really not. So
I'm picking up what he's talking about.
the thing about it is that I don't exactly remember the color of the house. I remember what was inside the house. Okay. So as a young man, around the time this is like 2008, 2009, and like Saw was like kind of big still, and I knock on the door. Me, my brother, my parents, and like the door slowly creaks open. And it's like flashing strobe lights in the house, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? What's going on? So slowly shambling out of the fog that just comes out of the house as well, comes what looks like the dude from Saw, like the man, bear, pig looking guy.
Oh my god.
Slowly like shambling out of the house.
I'm sprinting.
And yeah, as me, a little boy.
Green Power Ranger.
Just green Power Ranger. I'm about to hit that morphing time real quick as this man bear pig dude comes shambling out slowly as the strobe lights continue to flash behind him. And then he gives us our candy, but I'm already bursting in tears, crying.
I'm on the ground. There's tears.
I'm on the ground. I'm just like, Mom.
Did they at least
Mom,
give you
come
your
get me, I'm
favorite
scared.
candy?
I don't even remember the candy. I was so scared for my life because I saw right. So I saw like the man bear pig dude, and I was already like, I don't like him. I hope I never see him in real life.
And you did.
And there he is, giving me candy, and I was scared for my life. And that like,
So wait, you watched Saw pretty young.
yeah.
I
mean,
did as well.
See,
That's a mistake.
Yeah, I don't get into the
I mean at the
gore movies
Yeah,
so
no,
much. I like horror, but I don't
yeah.
like gore.
like
Or I hate the insides of people.
dude, like it's not like I wanted to watch it. It make it seem like I was like, I just got the tape, threw it in there, and I was just like sitting at the TV, like, oh yeah.
I wonder what this is about. Oh my god.
Golly.
It's almost like Jaws.
It's yeah, but yeah, that definitely like that's like the most scariest thing that I've seen like Halloween wise, because everything else is just like I went trick or treating and stuff, but just that the strobing lights, the fog coming out the door, and the dude with a pig like a man bear pig mask coming out, and he like walked out slowly out the door. I was just like, no, it's not morphin time anymore. I'm gonna go cry now.
You know what I've always wanted to do on Halloween?
Mm.
I've always wanted to be like that fake scarecrow or whatever sitting on the thing and then just get up and scare the crap out of some kids.
Yeah, I can't do haunted houses, bro.
What?
I can't do that.
I've done one haunted
Bro,
house.
look at the skin color.
Brandon.
Us brothers out here ain't going in no
Yeah, we
damn
did a haunted house. That was a good time.
You guys went to the one like in Redwood.
I love haunted houses, but
I do too.
Dude, I can't do it.
I love it.
I would hate
I
it.
live for it, and if the big sick wasn't happening, I would be doing it.
love it.
I
I
would.
go
actually
again.
take that back. I've been to 2 haunted houses. The first one, I don't know if you can really count though, because I went through with my brother and sister, and the lights were on.
Ooh, spooky.
Okay.
I think the only haunted like attraction that I've been to was that Tower of Terror that we went to. Like,
Oh, at the Merit Center.
Oh,
yeah, like that isn't exactly like first level, second levels, it's like fifth level where you're like, I feel uneasy. That's about it.
Tee-hee.
But like it was such a long wait. I think the wait was scarier than the actual tower. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was out there in the cold for like an hour. I was just like,
yeah.
had a shirt on. That was it. No sweater, no nothing. And I was like,
It was your mistake, Kyle.
I wasn't expecting to stay out there for an hour. All right, that took forever. Like that was the longest wait.
Do you
and
know
I
who
got
got
there.
an invite to that, but was like, nope,
You.
not me. I don't get invited to things, guys.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But yeah, that would be my childhood memory.
Nice.
All right. Mitch, Brandon, do one of you guys want to go?
Are you ready?
I am ready, but
Okay, yeah, you can go.
you want me to go?
I'm still kind of thinking about it,
Okay.
No worries.
which is it's just different for me. Usually, I'm pretty prepared for this.
I'll do a Kyle and see what you guys find interesting.
Okay.
So option 1, my mom beating my older brother in Pokemon Stadium 2,
Golly.
and all I ate was ice cream.
Okay.
Good time.
Good time.
I had a Nerf gun war in the dark on Christmas with my older brother while we were watching the live-action Grinch.
Okay.
I was left in a church all alone. My brother was very mean.
I like that.
Okay,
That's an
all right.
attention grabber.
I egged a house, and the cops came.
The first one had my interest, but now you have my attention.
Yeah, I like it already.
And I fought as a little kid
Okay.
and won.
Who'd you fight?
Is that the...
I guess I'd have to.
All right,
ask
Kyle,
you
throw
about
your vote then.
it. Okay. I am kind of caught between hearing how he beat up somebody as a child because I just want to know who he fought. but I'm also like, I really like Pokemon Stadium too, and I kind of want to hear that one. So
See, for me, it's between the fighting someone as a child and then egging the house.
Egging the house, 100% for me. But you guys already knew that.
so either we can do egg in the house or him fighting someone as a child, because that seems to be the big two. I will stick my vote in fighting as a child.
Okay.
Because I want to see it.
Mitch,
You're
you're the deciding
factor.
vote.
Yeah,
I hate this.
because he's on
You
that
can flip
egg.
a coin if you need to.
Yeah,
Do you have a coin?
there's an app you can get. You can just look it up on your phone.
Hold up.
Matt, do you have a coin?
I don't have a coin, but I have a D&D app.
Ooh, even better.
That's the D&D
Yes.
apps.
Yes.
Ask him to call it or something. Do I just have a coin?
The heads will be.
Do you have a coin?
I don't for sure.
You're lucky. Here you go.
Oh, he's got a coin, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right. Heads will be for being
Fighting.
someone up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
heads fighting.
Tails
Man,
will
Tails
be
has
for
the better
eggs.
option.
Yep. Yep.
It's literally 50-50, which is the name of our podcast.
Hey,
Dun-dun-dun,
don't make that joke again.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
We're losing views by the minute.
Did you just...
That was my lucky penny.
Oh my God, this guy.
Let's take bets on what it landed on.
Tails.
Heads.
I'm the one telling the story.
It was heads.
Let's go. We in here, baby.
So you want to hear about me fighting?
Beating up as a child. I won't say
Okay.
beating up a child, but then that would have been really bad.
So I. Oh, thank
If
you.
we have time, let's.
Thank you.
We should talk about the egg story.
so he gets 2 stories. I only get 1.
Kyle?
I'm just saying. Continue your story, man.
Okay,
Just
okay.
the one.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. So this story is about a park, and we would have tons of friends there. We would go there all the time. I think it was called like Holiday Park, where I used to live. And there was these really mean dudes. And I mean, I was young when I was fighting. I think I was like either like 10 or 9, 10 or 11. And this dude had an older brother, and he would stick his little brother, and I would fight him and win all the time. It was really dumb brutal. It was on sand and wood chips at times.
My God.
I know, this sounds really brutal.
Do you have like an underground fight club as a kid? First
no,
rule about Fight Club? Don't talk about Fight Club?
well, no, I'm talking about my experience beating a dude. I never mentioned what you just said. 'Cause you know what will happen.
Oh. okay.
But
Fair enough.
I feel really bad, but I remember punching this kid in the face, having him bleed, and then his older brother came and beat me up, but I got a shot in, and then unfortunately for him, my older brother came through.
Unfortunately for him.
But yeah, I literally fought this kid over and over because they loved seeing us two fight. And for some reason, I really don't want to say this, but I felt like I used the side of like a tree cement thing.
Tree
So
cement.
like let's say there's like a tree and then there's like a foundation around it.
Oh, like
Oh.
that's made
Cement?
of cement. Yeah.
My parents have that in their front yard.
I
Is
It's
that
re-
like a curb kind of thing?
no, so they put
It's like bricklayering, but with like cement blocks.
basically you like cover part of your tree in dirt, and
Yeah.
then you cinder block it up to make it look like you planted your tree.
Yep.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
you can plant like like my parents plant flowers in the dirt around the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic.
Alright.
The thing is, I remember
bust me.
shoving him into it
you lose a tooth?
violently.
Oh my God.
I don't remember, but I remember pushing his back into it and going
Okay.
bop, it,
Bop.
while he's like head against it, and I
Yeah.
just went bop.
That is a crime of some sort. I have called the police. They are on their way.
I was a kid.
It's actually them right now.
Huh? Please wait!
They're coming.
I was like 10.
I was 10, I swear.
No, that does sound like some sort of crime, though. I don't.
I mean,
I'm
it sounds
kidding.
like you used a weapon.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I
kids will be kids.
my
boys will be
Kids
boys.
will be boys.
Such a stupid line.
Yes, very horrible.
That's
It was all satire.
Indeed.
Nice story. Frightening.
Frightening.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
scared.
that's
No
what
need to be
happened.
sorry.
I am
Sure.
I'm scared of your ferocity as a child. Very.
Scared to see what you would be like as an adult, which
You
you,
should
are
go
now.
into MMA. I think you
Please
do
do
great.
not
I think you
hurt
do
me.
great.
You want me to go?
Yes.
I'm
yes.
sorry.
Dana White should just be calling you up right now.
I want you to throw me against a cinder block tree.
All right.
Okay, we can make this happen.
I guess it's Mitch's turn for story time.
Yes,
Yeah.
Let us
Let's not say
quickly
that.
get to that.
Jesus Christ.
But guys, just kidding.
No.
So I'll throw this list at you.
Hit me with it.
First one is breaking my wrist. The
Which-
first time.
Okay, I was gonna say which time.
The first
Part
I
two,
know the
electric
second
boogaloo.
time.
Second option
For all those
is
that don't know, Mitch has a broken wrist right now.
Yeah.
you'll
that
hear
is
about
important.
It. You'll hear about it if they choose that story.
Yeah. Okay.
The second option is me becoming a type 1 diabetic, which I have diabetes. If y'all didn't know that, now
Mhm.
you know. So you could hear about how I got that. You could hear about me crushing my fingers.
A lot of hand stuff.
You could hear about potato guns,
Oh.
or this is probably my favorite, but becoming a part of illegal clubs in high school.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one for me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one
I
for me.
was a fan of the crushing of the fingers,
I kind of want to hear about this illegal
Illegal
club
clubs.
in high school.
but we
I'm
could
sorry to outvote you.
we could do illegal clubs.
I just
I'm sorry.
everything else was like broke wrist, hands crushed, potato
mean, yeah,
guns.
Everything
yeah.
else was like
Illegal
painful
club.
or sad.
Yeah, and then it's
That's
just
my life,
this is-
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Then it's
this
just
is the story of
painful
how I
and sad.
became a type 1 diabetic. I just feel like, oh,
yeah. Then it's just like and then
that's depressing.
and out of everything else is just like and I'm also in an illegal club in high school.
And I was like, oh.
Oh, okay.
But I know you guys want to hear about the time I crushed my fingers. I know you guys don't want
Let's
that.
hear it.
Okay, so 2 clubs I was in high school. The first club, so both these clubs had teacher advisors. So that was like the main stipulation for our high school to like be an official club is that you had to have a teacher advisor to oversee everything.
Mhm.
There were other stuff you had to do to be officially a club in high school, but
That was the biggest one.
that was the big one. That's what
Alright.
you
You
needed.
mean like meeting with a teacher and
No, not that.
'Kay.
Not that.
I'm sorry.
There is
what?
something I
bro?
am not in on. I
I
am
am-
with you, audience.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
with the same mindset? Same mindset? No. He
same-
was with it.
Same wavelength, please.
Come on, we have
please?
the same wavelength,
I'm
right?
assuming that you're making a joke about trading sexual favors
Yes.
for club's validity.
Yes.
And we do
yes.
not condone that.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Anyway,
Don't be. That's
Easy
good.
A's.
Continue.
so an older group of both of these experiences come from people in debate club. So
Would you
couple of
consider them master debaters?
Oh my God, bro, are you serious?
yes, Matt.
Same
I
wavelength,
would.
same wavelength.
How long would their master debating sessions last?
A minute.
Well, it depended how much.
2 to 3 minutes max?
Maybe on a good day 5.
Okay. 20 minutes, man. A round will last like 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Endurance, man. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, I'm not allowing this joke to happen.
Okay, Mitch, please continue.
First club.
Would they master debate in teams? Or was it more of like a one-on-one?
Yeah, was it like individual?
Depends on what kind of master
They switched
debating you
arms
did.
with each other.
The majority of them were 2 people. 2 people
Oh,
were involved,
oh.
yes, but
Tag teaming.
there were some that
I've heard sometimes
solo.
when you master debate, it's better with many people all looking at each other.
In a group.
Specifically in a circle, so that way you can hear it a little better.
Well, usually there would be in a round. Usually there would be,
Oh, in the first round.
in the first round. Usually there's like the judge, so he would be watching. He or she would be watching.
What
and
a
then,
beta
and then-
cuck.
And then the other master debaters would also be going, and he would be letting us know who master debated better
Wow, that
Who was
sounds
the master
intense.
debating champion,
Yes.
per se.
Yeah.
per
Interesting.
round, and then
Tell me it was you.
Yeah, did you do it?
So did they have to go until they came to the realization that they were either right or wrong?
Or right or left? Depending on which hand they use.
For emphasis, of course.
Yes. For hand gestures.
Or both.
Or both.
when one team would finally submit. Yes, that's when.
Oh, so they stare at
the
the other team across the room while they do it.
vigorously.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So they would come to the other team's understanding.
Yes, precisely that.
A understanding.
Oh, okay.
That one joke is gonna. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, the first club that I was a part of was the.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right.
Sorry, Mitch.
We're gonna get age restricted on this one.
This is the
I
uncut
usually
episode.
put age restrictions on these.
That's a
anyway.
good idea.
Yeah.
So first club I was a part of was called the Young Anarchist Club.
They let that happen?
I said illegal clubs.
Yep. I mean,
I had no
that's-
idea what anarchy or anarchist was. I was like a freshman or sophomore.
The Club of Anarchy? I guess maybe they meant to spell energy.
Well,
Yeah.
they told me. Well, okay, so the the young Republicans got me to show up to one of their meetings because they told me they had food for free. I'm like, hell
That's
yeah.
how you get them. Free food.
And then
Free
the
food.
young anarchists were like,
We got free cookbooks.
we have free cookbooks, free food. Come on through.
Not only did they have free food, but they had their own personal little like wrist rubber bands that you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had those for free too. I'm like, wow, well, young Republicans, step up your game. I guess I'm gonna go be a young anarchist.
Oh boy, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna be a young anarchist.
So I came home after our first meeting and I told my mom,
I got this cookbook. Do you have any pipes lying around? I
Son,
suddenly need them.
let me see that book real quick.
So I come home after our first meeting and I told she was like, so what'd you do at debate today? I was like, oh, I actually didn't go to debate today. I went to the,
I'm very glad you asked.
Actually, Mom, I've been meaning to
I
tell
went-
you.
I went to a new club meeting today. She's like, oh, what club are you a part of now? I was like, oh, I'm part of the Young Anarchist Club.
The what?
And her eyes went wide and her jaw
Smack.
dropped and she's like, what? I was like, yeah, Young Anarchist Club. I'm part of it. She's like, you are not going back to those meetings. I was like, why? She's like, no, don't go back. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, Mom.
So naive.
I guess I won't be a young
So
anarchist.
was that it? You didn't go back?
Yeah, I didn't go back.
Oh.
I would have loved it if you
Oh,
would
Matt.
have.
Was it like a joke or was it a legitimate club?
I think they met 2 more times and then it kind of fell apart because
Anarchy, yeah.
yeah.
There's chaos and anarchy.
So the
Kind of
sec-
hard to organize young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
anarchist
second
events.
club, actually, we got to run for a whole semester. Or a whole 2 quarters. I guess it was high school.
The Young Communist Club.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, your high school
Nope.
is popping off.
It's Yankton. No surprise.
South Dakota.
So it's actually the same teacher that advised the Young Anarchist Club that he advised this club as well.
Okay.
It was the Underground Fight Club.
Ooh.
You are shitting me.
I should have been in that.
Nope.
The first rule of Fight Club is not to talk about Fight Club.
It's disband now. So
Oh, so now you
Really?
can talk about it freely.
I'm shocked.
I wonder why an
I
underground
can't believe
high
it.
school Fight Club got
Did
canceled.
you guys ever fight in Fight Club?
no, we learned how to count cards.
in a Fight Club?
In Fight Club.
In the
In a
movie
fight
21.
Club?
Did anyone?
You
even-
had Fight Club, man.
It's called Fight Club.
It's Fight Club.
No, it's actually fighting as in card games,
Yeah.
and we fight like that.
And we learned how to count
I didn't
cards.
know
And
this
we
was
got really
Yu-Gi-Oh.
good at it.
Can you still
Counting
count cards?
Can you still do it?
I would need to look over what card meant what count, but I could pick it up. Like for an hour every day after school, we would go count cards. No,
Why
not every day. Sorry, only on Tuesdays.
So there was no fighting
There
at
was-
this Fight Club.
So at this Fight Club, did you like pull out like a defensive card or put something in attack mode?
Did you tap
We
anything
played
for mana?
blackjack.
Oh,
Oh,
so no, like my card is in defense mode.
I cast
Oh.
the 5 pieces of
Matt
Exodia.
seems
Oh.
very bummed at this.
He was really hoping. Well, when you say
The first
underground Fight Club,
I wanted it to be like it started
What-
small and then like most of the school is in on it and then like some of the teachers get in on it and it's a legitimate fight club and like one of them ends up being like a cheerleader and you're like, oh, ha ha ha, and then she like kicks, butt.
that sounds like a movie. We should write that.
Well, I'm just like,
Call it Fight Club.
I was like,
too.
yes,
Out of
and
high
they're like,
school,
yeah,
too.
and then we counted cards. I was like, still cool
I like
Yeah.
it.
and illegal.
Yeah, we played. We're gambling,
And so it's an underground gambler den.
and at the end of the semester, we watched 21.
Gambler's delight, if you will.
Yuck, yuck.
Your masturbating joke was better.
Oh my God! All
Master
right,
debating joke.
please.
And you guys don't get the reference, but somebody out there who finds this will.
I'm
Thank
sure
you,
they will.
whoever that person is.
Can you say it one more time for the guys in the
Surprisingly
back?
named Mark.
Mark Cuban.
I could see
Mark
Mark
Hamill?
or like
No.
a like
No.
for the female. I could see like a Like an Emily.
Okay.
Like an
I said Gambler's Delight. That's the yes.
Bingo bongo.
A very nice story, Mitch. Very
And
good.
now
Very good.
Down to
It
the last
is
one.
Matt's turn.
It is indeed. So the first story I got is when I went ice skating and ended up leaving a giant crack on the ice that lasted for like a week, I guess, before they were finally able to like
Do anything
fix it.
about
I don't know how you fix like a giant crack in the ice that I made with my
Or
face.
more water.
Oof.
Yes. The second is gonna be when I ended up running home crying on Halloween.
I've never seen you cry.
Another
I've
Halloween.
never seen me cry.
Interesting.
Like, my eyes were closed because of the tears.
Yeah, my eyes were burning.
I was being chased by a pig man from Saw.
The third is when I actually had a Nerf war with a couple of my friends, and I used electrician's tape to tape a laser pointer on my gun,
Yo, that's
and we
kinda-
had it in the dark.
That's
So
kinda
everybody
cool.
had different lights and stuff.
That
sounds
sounds like
so
a
cool.
fun story.
It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
kind of cool.
I do like that one.
Mm.
Oh God, I gotta think of the other two now. I had that. Let me check
Yeah,
my phone.
yeah. Check the
Say,
phone.
I typed mine out on my notes as I was
Same.
thinking them.
I
Significantly
had like
smarter.
another one that I kind of forgot, and then threw in something else. But I think it would have been kind of interesting. It was also kind of a traumatizing experience. But it was.
Like how our like.
But it wasn't.
choices are, like,
It wasn't
high-
like. It wasn't like. This one wasn't scary. It was just like, man, this really
Oh my gosh,
sucks.
I've got one. Okay.
Yeah, go
This
for it.
wasn't on my list, but I just thought of it now. It's not so much like a super in-depth story, but I was playing games
Yeah.
online. That's like one of the first times I was able to be like online,
Yeah.
and I was a troll from the start, apparently. But it's the time I trolled this kid when he said, "Let's have a fair fight," and then I just like murdered him.
It sounds like a nice like.
Yeah.
That's number two.
Then one more.
Yeah, number one. It's got to be good if it's like, well, it's the last one.
That's right.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. This is completely unprofessional.
Yo, all good. I literally sat there for like 2 minutes thinking about mine. So
I like them.
We'll cut this.
Bum-ba-dun-dun-dun. Or unless
just-
if we make it funny,
Just make the Yep, let's do that.
let's make that master debating joke again.
By the way, fuck you for that.
I carried it on for a while too. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
We also helped out and made it go longer.
You did.
We did. It was
We made our master debating go longer
As a group,
together.
which is the goal.
in
Which
a-
is
in
the
a
goal.
circle.
Yeah.
We are in a circle.
We are a bunch of
We made
circle
eye
jerks.
contact multiple times.
Circle
and I
jerk.
kind of liked it.
Circle jerk. Circle jerk. Soggy biscuit. Soggy biscuit. Soggy biscuit.
That's the
Did that-
fucking
did that help
grossest
you
thing I've
think?
heard.
No, it literally just distracted me more.
Okay.
It did the opposite of help.
I can apply some music.
Why is it spicy?
Well, in the meantime, as he thinks, I am here, the guest, Brandon. Hi. How are you guys? I'm chilling here.
No, fuck
as
you.
As a guest on the 50/50 podcast. Take her or leave it. But anyways, yeah.
I suppose while Matt is thinking,
Mhm.
Spencer's incredibly excited about casting for esports.
I had a blast, by the way.
He also was like really fucking hyped about
He
it.
did seem pretty happy when we went down there.
Like I was talking to him just now, and I was like, bro, I was like really into it.
He's gonna enjoy the clips that we or like.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna
what
enjoy it a lot.
We're casting about.
Yeah, he said, "Lol, I effing love it. Let's get you hella involved." And I was like, "Yeah."
I like it.
Levi sent me that.
Thank you, Levi. You want to
Guy's
read
got
that
a lot
out?
of political memes, and he needs to calm down a little bit.
Self checkout and fucking stealing.
Sometimes he sauces good memes.
He does.
He does.
He does.
Sometimes his memes are political, though.
a lot of his memes are
Which-
historical
I know
and
how
political.
how your politics are, and it's like those two are usually.
They usually bump
A
heads.
little bit. I'm just a firm believer in capitalism.
And he is a firm.
Believer in communism.
Communism.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
We have a diverse group. I like that.
And we get along.
Do you know what my dad asked me when he was moving me in? Because Levi worked here over the summer, so he just moved from Sweetland over to the apartment, so he was the first one in there. You know what my dad asked when he was moving me in? Is your roommate Swedish? Because Levi's got all these different
Yeah.
country flags,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he saw a Swedish flag. And my dad's like, "Your roommate Swedish?" No, Dad, he just likes flags. I don't know what to tell you.
I wish he would have put up the one in the living room.
I guess my
Oh.
I suppose my final story would have to be when I went fishing in Canada. I did that as a kid.
Okay.
Consistently?
No, this
Oh.
was just like a one-time trip,
Okay.
and we like went up there for like a weekend. Like all the males on my dad's side of the family went up. It was a blast, but so those are my stories. If you guys need
I got my 2 picks.
okay.
I enjoy the face planting one in the ice.
Yeah.
They could have made a
Yeah.
cool mold or something maybe.
Yeah.
Or was completely down for that Nerf gun thing.
Yes, that was the one. As soon as I heard electricians taping laser pointers in the dark doing some like spec op Nerf stuff, I was like, yeah,
I liked it.
cue that Sam Fisher.
I want to see how similar it is to stuff I did, because I did similar stuff as a kid like that. So
Mhm.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Nerf
right.
gun. Nerf gun story.
Yeah. Nerf gun.
So it was back when I was around in the 5 to 10 range. I would guess maybe like 7, 8. I had a best friend named Joel. I won't say his last name. It was actually here in Marshall.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because this was back when I lived here originally.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know, crazy. But he lives out on a farm, and he's got like a farmhouse that has a basement that they don't ever use, so it's like abandoned and like dusty. We went down there at night, and everybody was given a flashlight and some electrician's tape, and I chose to get the laser pointer because we were like best buds, and it was his birthday. So everybody came,
awesome.
and we had like ropes that we tied onto like guns. We had like one on our back. I had this Vulcan, if you guys know what that is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the Vulcan with the laser pointer, and I would just like set up and yeah.
Dude, that sounds
I
so
am
And we like
jealous.
we split into teams. We put like rock music on while we were like doing it.
my.
It was awesome. It was the coolest thing ever. And like when people were upstairs and were flashing the lights, you could see like through the floorboards. It was so awesome. It was so much fun.
Wow.
Finding the darts afterwards was not fun because it was at night.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
sometimes playing like those type of games in the night are just the best time.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Well, it was so awesome because you'd like throw down the gun and then like get your other one. And, like,
Yep.
And there was like a whole bunch of just like crap down there, so there was a lot of cover and all this other kind.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so much fun. There was no goal. Like
There's
we
also,
we
like-
had the teams, but nobody was like
It's like you were playing Rainbow Six Siege in real life.
basically.
With Nerf guns.
Yo, and the fun thing about being like a kid, you can go into like fun small places or like
Yeah,
you could use your imagination and just hide, and it was, yes.
Yeah.
yeah. So that was basically it. But like I would like when I was out, I'd be like, I need a refill, and like somebody would like come over and like give me a new
here.
clip of the gun. And
that
I'd be
was-
like, all right.
That's cool. That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's so cool.
Joel would always like shoot someone and then go, medic! We need a medic!
Oh,
Medic, man down.
Man down, man down.
Oh, dude, that sounds so fun.
Yeah. It was.
Let's do it as adults now.
Well, people are doing that right now and it's annoying.
yeah.
True.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll just go out to the woods over there.
I mean, if you get like an abandoned building or something,
Let's
Yeah.
do it with real guns.
let's not and say we didn't.
If we were to use anything along the like realism, it would be a airsoft or like be the
Paintball.
no the fake guns.
Paintball.
Dude,
Like a fake gun, so when you pull the trigger, it actually just shoots like a puff of air.
yeah.
That.
Like, dude,
But that sounds so weird.
I just had like an idea. And this can be cut too, because like,
Listening?
Yeah, we're
But-
here for it though.
but like, you know how Nick had his Cops and Robbers movie?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do something like that, or at least do like a reenactment of like a legitimate like Rainbow Six Siege thing with Nerf guns, where it's like SWAT team and like terrorists in a house, and it'd be way more like destructive. Where like you had Nick's where it's like humorous and it's like kids and stuff, but for us it's like a legitimate Nerf war,
Matt, have you seen Cops and Robbers?
dude.
I have not.
Oh, I will have
You get to see
sauce you
Mitch.
that link.
You get to see Mitch as a sharpshooter with a beard in some scenes.
Can you say
and a
the line,
beard
please?
Without. Yes,
Okay, so
say the line.
the line that was fed to me, to give you a little context, I'm a part of a team trying to break into this hideout or this building and rob it. And the cops show up, and we get in a stalemate or standoff with the cops, and our leader dude makes a deal, and he's like, we won't shoot you if you don't shoot us, but we're going to get a head start. Like, you give us 15-second head start. So both Matt's the leader, both Matt and I leave, and then Lana, who plays the third member of our team, she turns around and she's like, I always have to have the last laugh. Or she says, sorry, I always have to have the last laugh. Shoots one of the cops and kills him.
Yep.
And then runs upstairs. And then Matt asks her, he's like, what did you just do? Points his gun at her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what needed to be done? And she walks off screen. And he tells me, he's like,
Basically, handle this. Or something?
Yeah, he's like,
what was the line?
he was like,
I got a job for you.
to take care of her or something like that. And he's like, it's not like
hold
I
on.
can't. It's just
Matt
want
said,
to.
What did I say?
I got a job for you.
what? No, this is not Matt. This is not our Matt. It's a different Matt.
Were you about to say my last name,
No,
you
not at all.
son of a... No, kidding.
That's actually Matt.
Hey, you can't be... That has to be cut.
Okay.
No first... Not even
honestly,
a first letter.
Honestly, I thought we were cutting out most of this because we were at 40 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Our long
What
pauses.
was the line?
Well, can you get to your line?
Just press this.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, hold on. Maybe you should just go to break. Introduce break, and then
Well, let me finish the story. Okay, so basically
we'll just cut out this from the 30 something.
basically my line. I'm told to shoot Lana, so basically he's questioning my if I can or not, and I'm like, I can. I just prefer not to. I whip my rifle out with a scope, pull trigger, and you hear the shot, and you don't see her die, but she doesn't. Well, no, you hear the pop, but then she never shows back up. Because Nick tried putting in a scream effect, but it wasn't. They were too drawn out and too long.
Why don't he just put in a body falling effect?
Oh, he could have done that. You tell
A
him
little,
that.
a little too late.
It's a little late.
Hey, it's all right.
About 2 years.
And with that, I think we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. See you then. And we're back. As a quick break, we didn't take too long. Shouldn't be too long for you guys. But Brandon already has a topic that we're going to be jumping into, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why did you say it like that?
Yes, I do. Yes,
I
I do. I do. I
That
do. I
is-
do. I do.
Okay. All right, lay it on us. What's up?
Okay.
You
Lay
hooked
out-
their attention at least.
Yeah.
Lay
Okay.
alpha on us.
Hey.
Yuck.
Where's... Oh. La, 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 la.
Hi, Shakira.
So, if you guys were curious, last episode of the 50-50, they were talking more about, they were talking about D&D, and I wasn't too inclusive because I happened to not be in that session because I didn't think I would have time to do D&D, but I decided after that podcast... I want
make
to
the
play
time.
D&D, and I made time, and I love it. And this episode, guys, yes, I promise you guys, yes.
So I guess what you're saying is, Brandon, is that you took initiative and made a decision to come back to play D&D.
Building off that terrible pun,
I thought it was great.
it was
I
good.
saw Matt
it was actually good.
facepalm.
But remember what I said to you right before podcast started? People do what's important to them.
Yeah.
People make time for what's important to them.
Yeah.
That is a
Real
perfect
ones.
example of it.
Real ones.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah.
we
but-
can jump into it.
All right. Well, I guess it's wherever you guys want, I suppose.
Yeah, let's
I'm.
I guess we'll start off from where we left off last time. For sure.
I'll.
Let's Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kyle, Mitch, would you guys wanna do that, or would you just wanna leave it up to me? I can if you guys want.
No, we can kind of recap and then give it from your perspective. I think that's how we normally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is we give a recap from player perspective, and then we get a DM perspective.
Yep. DM deep dive.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so from what I remember, we're still in the vessel that is
Yes.
travels below water. Some might call it a submarine, but in this universe of D&D, we don't have those yet. So
Yes.
it's a vessel, and I remember where the session before this session took place ended. We were all clunked out. I was comatose. Everyone was like 1 strength, 2 HP.
It's funny.
We were rough. We didn't
Yeah.
even set up a watch for our party.
Yeah.
And we lucked out.
It was.
You did.
We did. That is true.
But yeah, so we woke up because we had our long rest. So all our strength's back, all our hit points are back. My dog Una was so close to dying.
Yep.
I was so worried about her that
How close is close?
I think she got down to like 62 hit points.
For all those curious, Mitch is being a cheeky little you-know-what right now. His wolf is the most powerful member of the party.
She is.
You are absolutely correct.
Anyway, so we all wake up and we start exploring, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. I tried talking to the centipede about what was going on, and
He gave you very clear, concise answers.
nope, false. As normal, this centipede that attaches itself to me just is like, I ask it a question, and it's like, vague answer. Interpret it as you will. Doors between doors.
That was not
Wait.
something it said.
Wait, Matt.
No.
Don't you?
Space between spaces.
Oh, space between. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me replace the adjective.
I mean, you gotta keep it to the detail.
It's important. That's
It's
important.
important.
Doors
It
are
is.
one thing. Spaces are another.
This is a space between spaces.
Yes.
Space.
So we explore a bit, and then we go back to the engine room, which is infested with the veins and gunk and stuff that was
the
basically
gunk?
eating our dreams.
Yep.
Matt shaking his head, disappointed at my description, but
Gunk and it's such a
Vines,
vines,
all you really-
veins,
but
You know,
gunk.
all coming from one creature, siphoning fuel from the engine.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
so then we all collectively decided. Well, at first we went searching for Brandon, and we went back to the other dimension, and he wasn't there. Lo and behold, to Kyle's knowledge, Kyle knew what he was doing. He got outruled by the party,
That's true. That did happen.
which is unfortunate.
Can confirm.
But then we went back to the second dimension we found, and we go to the engine room, and I have Una ice, frost, breath, freeze this monstrosity, and then we get into our first like real battle that we haven't had a battle in a long time.
We've had like small battles, but we haven't had like a big
This battle was
big
pretty crazy.
boss-ish battle.
yeah
It was.
Yeah, I think the last one we had was the
spiders.
was it
No,
the,
no, that wasn't spiders, but
the big demon thing in the house. No, we didn't fight that.
No,
No,
we
we
never
did not
fought that.
No, we definitely didn't
That was
fight.
an encounter.
That was
but
an
I don't know
encounter.
if that was
I
weak
Right.
think
fight.
not roll
our,
initiative
one of
for
our
that.
bigger
You did.
Oh, we did?
encounters.
Yeah, remember you guys had to roll for speed because eventually you got found out.
Yeah, we had to run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you could say our biggest encounter was with a carpet.
Yeah,
God.
that's true. That's very true.
I love
That's
that.
very true.
It's my favorite encounter for everybody out there who might not know. I like putting the rug of smothering with 2 animated suits of armor.
Yep.
It is one of my favorite encounters.
Yeah, and Zion rolls
Good
in
job,
to a
Zion.
room.
Yeah.
On an-
I actually
Well,
just
the
listened to that episode where we talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what a great day!
Yeah, he comes rolling in, all like a badass, and just gets swallowed up by a rug. While I watch.
I forgot her phrase was "Where is the wizard?"
Yeah, no, it was a fun time. I do have fond memories of that.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, we haven't had like a
this is our-
serious battle.
This was like a legit like lead boss with two extra minion type
Underlings.
underlings.
Yeah, it was pretty serious. There were some theories that, that the creature was something else, but I was like, it has 4 arms and 4 eyes. If it was somebody else, it definitely ain't them now. Like, they're gone.
What was the theory?
That it was Arthur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That'd have been cool.
Because they were like,
But he did have 4 arms.
yeah, because I was like, I think it might have been like
I'm not
Brazil
sure.
and Leotfa who came up with like, I bet it's the big guy. But I was like,
Zion must have been like, screw y'all, I don't give a shit.
No,
Because
speaking of
I wasn't
Arthur.
on that.
yeah, speaking of,
go for it.
yeah,
We-
yeah.
I
we
was
can
saying,
talk-
I
I'm sorry,
wasn't
I didn't
on
mean to
that
talk.
theory at all.
No,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
It
I
was,
have to kill
it was,
this thing.
It was more like Leotfa and Brazil where they were just like, I bet he's the big guy. And they're like, oh yeah, I had the same thought. And I was just thinking like, the thing has
So-
4 eyes and 4 arms.
The way I remember this battle panning out,
Yeah.
Mitch, Una, shot it with a ice cone thing.
Yep.
It fell, I shouldn't say fell. It kind of like awoken, right? And it was like,
Yeah, but it did
Pissed off.
explode kind of, and it
Well,
like,
when you get hit with that,
and then it
I
kind
was
of got
pissed.
agitated.
yep.
People started like it came down eventually. People started fighting. Minions came down with it, and they started fighting as well. And I remember all the group members slowly came together to fight one at a time to kind of like get them down to health and actually kill the things. And
Yeah.
then I remember what was it?
Well, and Dan cast Fairy Fire, and it got all of them, so you guys had
Yeah.
advantage on
That was-
every
that
was
roll.
the play.
Whereas typically they would have disadvantage because you couldn't see them, and I'm just thinking about it now, it would have been a straight roll
It would have been straight rolls.
for all of them.
Yeah, because we still couldn't have
It
seen
would have
them.
been a straight roll.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have because the spell actually gave advantage.
Oh.
And that's its like whole purpose. So no, I actually did do it right.
You did do it right.
Okay.
Okay.
Had a moment of
Fair enough.
self-reflection.
Because it would
Yeah.
make sense. It would also
Before
make
you even
sense
got
for
to the
straight
fight,
rolls.
though,
Yeah.
tell them because I don't know if they actually knew what you did, or do you not want to tell them?
Like you.
It's
were,
okay either way. I'm
this
actually
is
good with
out,
both.
this is out of session, so like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, you guys don't know what he went through.
You guys did not know what I went through.
I tried my best to investigate because
Yeah.
I knew something definitely happened.
Yeah, and
they-
he found like one of the night terror creatures was basically grendled, an arm and a leg was ripped off.
Yeah, and I was
that's
like,
right.
yeah, which
We,
made me.
we did investigate the room.
Which was
Yeah.
like all the reason why I was like, he's still in the room or he's still here because there's stuff from like a fight from here,
You
not
know
from
what?
the other room.
We'll tell it. We'll tell it.
Go
So
for it.
there was one creature, during the fight, it fell on the ground, started shaking. People were starting to like stab at it or like try to. I don't think you hit it at all, Mitch.
I honestly thought when it
I
started
thought I hit
convulsing,
it.
You hit the big guy. You were fighting the big guy.
Yeah.
Leoffa
Okay.
kept trying to shoot it and it
Leopard
didn't
shot it once, I think.
once, but she tried it a couple times and it didn't work.
And then this, yeah. You know what? We'll do this. Matt, the DM, played the most banger of a song for this.
Yep.
Can you tell me tell the audience what it's called?
Heart of Steel by Beast in Black.
This song, I'll tell you, is so pumpy because when this song came on, this is what he said. You see hands come from inside the creature, come poke out and start ripping his way through. And I was thinking, Doom all the
Rip and
way,
tear.
rip and tear.
Or like OG God of War Kratos.
And then
stuff.
I come out ready to fight. No weapons, no nothing. I'm here with my fist and I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, was that awesome with the music.
The music
Yeah,
really helped.
and the music's still going, right? And then the big creature comes to try to like take him out, gets one punch in, and then Arthur like grabs one of the arms and then catches the punch of another one.
Yup.
So now Arthur is in like a
Yeah.
strength contest with like the giant creature while everybody's like stabbing and shooting at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I'm gonna. Is it fine if I pass it to you to explain what exactly happened to me?
Yeah, sure. So let me go back to the messages just so I don't
Yep.
remember anything.
Right.
Let me just go.
It was really cool.
All right. Yeah. So what happened was he was given a night terror, as everybody was, the first one, but the monsters kind of touched a memory they shouldn't have, and I believe you took Path of the Berserker, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think you get later, you don't get it now, but it's kind of a foreshadowing of this, is when you go into a rage, you lose any mind control effects on you. Like you just like are able to overpass them. They're not able to like break through the frenzy that is your mind.
Right.
So you enter this rage, right? And it breaks the connection that these like creatures have on you. So you see it's feasting on you, so you like throw it on the bed. It's like, what the fuck? And you rip an arm off.
Yes.
And then you put your like foot on its chest and you grab the leg and you just like tear it off. The other creature that is supposed to instill fear itself becomes afraid of the guy who just bare hands ripped apart its friend.
Yeah.
So it like jumps on him and uses one of the ultimate abilities it has to send him to the terror dimension.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where he basically rips and tears his way through like hundreds of these creatures, trying to find the specific one. Because it's a mirror of this one.
Yeah.
So there's ones that exist here that also exist here.
Yeah.
So he rips his way. He finds the one that sentenced him there.
Yeah.
Rips his way back into your reality and is ready to just go.
That
was cool.
was so awesome.
He's basically Doom Guy.
Like it reminded me.
Great way
It
to
reminded
bring it
me of a
back.
scene from a movie that I saw when I was younger called like The One, and basically it's a movie where Jet Li fights Jet Li from like different dimensions and timelines in order to like I want to be, because he gets stronger with everyone that he defeats until he meets one of them, and he gets sent into like a time jail where he basically sits on top of a pyramid and starts fighting all the prisoners at one time. That's how the movie ends. And then I'm thinking, like, he's basically doing that, but with rip and tear in the background. And just going off.
Oh my
Those
gosh.
are pretty amazing.
He sent me he was telling me, keep it to yourself, and I was sitting there just listening. I was waiting for when he was going to introduce me. You guys, if you were in my position, oh my gosh, it was so great.
Yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was awesome. It was
dude,
awesome.
It was cool. It was really cool, dude. I really enjoyed it because it was like that would be something he would do. Like he would just go ballistic and start ripping and tearing. Like if that is how you make an entrance, then by all means, you know, like do what you gotta do.
I'm also so happy I didn't mess up. I actually got some hits.
Yeah,
I did not
you actually and like,
oh God, I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys.
rolled on that one. I'm down. Yeah, no. Like at least you came in and you like held on. I did not like that. I was doing bad rolls all game.
You killed one of them.
I killed one of them, but like for the whole session, my majority of rolls were like I had like 2 1s, a couple 4s, like a 6 and an 8 at one point. I was just rolling pretty bad. Luckily though, and the one, if I may, the worst thing happened to me during the session. Mitch knows. I lost my notes.
What?
Yeah. Oh God.
All
I
of his
forgot
notes, he Kyle
Everything
told
that I not my like backstory and stuff, that's still there. But everything with like the main story that I wrote down,
Did you get it back?
no,
No.
I couldn't get it back. Like I tried. It's not there anymore. Like I had
He
a
told
file
me that
called
he-
D&D notes.
Yep.
And I'm guessing I opened up a file called D&D notes for something else that I forgot about, and I typed in something else, and it like completely erased everything, which is stupid because there's no way, because I would have had to press Control A or something to select everything, and then somehow just delete it. I did not do that, but somehow my whole stuff all gone, and
Yeah, were we mid battle? Yes, we
Yeah.
were, because you were
'Cause
trying
I
to find
was-
hex
No,
plate.
yeah, I remember
because I remember
hearing.
writing about it,
Yep.
and then I was like, oh my god, it's not here.
And we were mid battle, and Kyle's like, I don't have it.
Which also,
Like,
also kind of like, I'm also like, I have so much stuff, and there's still something I can still do that I've never done, and I'm just like, I'm gonna wait on it because that one's kind of nice, but I have like a lot of stuff that I just don't use.
Components are a thing now too, by the way.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
found out that they're like actually legitimately important in balancing the spells. There's a spell you get later called Summon Greater Demon.
Yeah. You need to
And-
like do a bunch of stuff.
And I'm
with it.
like, that's a powerful spell. And then I found out you need the blood of a humanoid that's 24 hours fresh
so you need to,
Jesus.
in
Wow.
order to summon the Greater Demon.
which makes
I was
sense.
like,
Which makes sense because
I think it has to be specifically a deceased humanoid.
Yeah, and I know for Armor of Agathis,
Dang,
you need
I
like
hope there's a deceased humanoid
Armor of
around.
Agathis. They say like the component is water, but water can be used for like
Yeah, I mean
anything.
that's a bit easier.
Yeah, it's like I can use the rain. I could use my sweat.
I was gonna say like
Like,
there's
that's
moisture
easier.
in the air too. So like
Yeah,
the
so
only time
that's-
that'd come up isn't like maybe a desert. You'd,
yeah.
like,
There
go
there is.
down.
I think there might be. I think it's really the only thing that I have that's like you need this to use it. 'Cause everything else is like hold person and
Yeah.
hex and hexblade's curse, which are two different things.
I was gonna say my spells don't require really anything either.
I don't have spells.
Yeah, I don't think yours.
I think
yours do.
the only thing that made
But it'll say V, S, and
I don't
M.
have spells.
M is
I-
materials, which are components.
You
so
don't have
if you see
spells.
that,
I don't
just
have
know.
I mean,
spells.
your spell
I just
is,
get
And it
mad.
becomes
Is
especially
Rage a spell?
important
No,
if there's a monetary value.
it's just it's an
attached to it.
ability I have.
I know,
That's what
Yeah.
becomes super important.
but like hold person would be really nice because it literally holds them there and they're paralyzed. But I'm like,
I forget. I might read up more on it because I forget what I can do with my berserker.
yeah,
But I know some cool shit.
yeah. There's definitely a lot of stuff that I can do.
Yeah, like the big one is that if someone tries to mind control you, you
Yeah.
just say, haha, no.
I rage.
I rage.
Now what?
Now I'm angry. You made me angry, and you're hurting my
Now I'm
friends.
the Hulk.
I am the Hulk.
But
Not Professor, but you are Professor Holt.
I am Professor Hulk. I
Yeah.
will say I'm like the second smartest person, tied with Mitch's character Zion. We're both 14, but I have a -1 when it comes to things with wisdom or intelligence. Sorry.
How do you have a -1 with a
Yeah, why do you have a
14?
-1?
Just
Is it because of like a
it was-
barbarian thing?
no. I forget what it was, but I have a -1 with intelligence for some reason. It's
You can't with a 14.
Yeah, there's
You
no way.
can't with a
not.
14.
No, there's no way. You're like
No,
a
10 is 0.
yeah, you're like a
You have
plus.
to have a 9.
You're
or
like
an
a
8
plus.
to
Yeah,
have
you're like a
-1.
+2, bro. You should have been had some.
You
good
know,
rules
we'll
with
check up
intelligence.
on that then.
Cause I'm a 15 intelligent. I got
Maybe I'll
+2,
be
bro.
even smarter.
dude. Yeah, you gotta play like a smarter barbarian. Like
I am very intelligent and it's
Yeah.
weird, but I don't mind it. I kind of like it.
I think it's kind of nice to have like a smart barbarian, because it's not like I'm a big dumb stupid man who gets angry at things. It's like no, I think
Therefore,
I'm smart.
I am.
Yeah.
I can read. You know, I can write.
Runes, I can understand those.
But back to that fight, I will say, Matt was surprised with how easy we won that. I know you were sitting there like the entire time and like, why is this going the way it
You
is?
guys were getting like, 9, 9, 9. And I was like, that's max damage. They are rolling max damage on their stuff right now. I was like, oh my God.
Dude,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, here's the thing too, Matt. Like me and Kyle were talking about this. My wolf was down the entire time.
Well, yeah, that was good.
No, just saying you still did like 20 points of damage
Okay,
in the
yeah, just-
initial.
To start it, yeah. But
Yeah.
then after that, she was like, I'm gonna sit down and not do anything. So like,
It
it
took
was
Brazil out of the fight for a while, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brazil was taken out of the fight,
like it wasn't a full party capacity.
and we
Right.
still kind of.
Well, I didn't, right? The creature did.
The
Yeah.
creature did, yeah.
I'm
We
just
still
glad for
kinda
Eldritch
mollywopped
Blast.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely came through and
You guys
like
did.
beat it up.
I remember
I'm excited for the next
Big boss.
encounter.
I'll
Ooh.
tell you
Ooh.
guys,
Counter.
I remember the way the fight ended, and that ended with Leatfa
Yep.
shooting an arrow
Yep.
as this giant, weird, fat creature thing,
Yep.
which I'm sorry that I
Gunk.
don't remember what.
Four-eyed.
Forearms?
You never learned
forearm.
the names.
Or-
You never learned the name of it.
I will just
Yeah.
call it forearms.
Oh,
It
like
had
Ben 10.
4 eyes too, and one of the eyes kind of flicked back. The arrow went through the back of the head and out the other eye, which was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
pretty. It was pretty cool because everyone. I think I'm not sure if everybody has gotten there. Like, how do you want to do this? I know I've gotten it once. Layoff has gotten it once. I think you've had it. Did you have it once?
No,
There's
I
only
don't
been
think.
2?
There's only been 2, and it's been me and Layofa. So, but
Yes.
there will be more.
Then
There will be.
So start getting
I-
those
I-
creative juices flowing. When
no,
your time
yeah,
comes.
I know if I get the opportunity, I'm ready.
It's always the same song, too.
It will always be Heart of Steel.
No, no.
It'll
Are you-
always.
So you say run, the orchestral version.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Ah, yes, yes.
So after that, I'll tell you that I fell over when they're like, "Hey," and I'm just like, my Arthur is just like dead of exhaustion.
He's tired.
Yep.
We've
Falls
been fighting
down. Yeah.
things.
Yes.
for a
And
while.
so I believe Zion comes over, heals me, but
For longer than 8 hours.
That's true.
What do you
Zion.
mean? Oh,
You guys took a long rest.
It was a
and
very
he
long-
was there the whole time.
yeah.
Yep.
I will say I remember Oberon walking over to the other door.
Yep.
If you'd like to talk about your experience over there.
Yeah.
In the,
So
the couch dining
yeah,
bar
yeah.
area.
So as everyone's doing that, I think to myself like I'm gonna go.
Did you talk about Lucifer the last time?
I believe I
You
mentioned
brought
him.
him up
Yep,
Okay.
I mentioned him.
because he had to. Because I commented, I'm like, I'm gonna hate having to deal with bringing up that deal, because I thought it was gonna come up way later, and it's gonna be a bigger like pain
Nope.
in our side.
Nah.
It came up. It was
still
collected
still
upon
has
very
some.
quickly.
Yeah, but that's only because of certain circumstances, which I'll go into right now.
Yes, please.
So after the battle, my character is thinking like I used a pretty strong-ish move in his I used a lot of energy on this, so I'm gonna go meditate because you have to take short rests or long rests to get your Hexblade's curse back. So I was like, I need time to rest for like a short period. So I decided to go to the pool couch area, and when I opened the door, I'm back in
Oh yeah.
the back in the club. With my boy Lucy, and
I
there's
love it.
there's a lot less people there as there used to be, and he kind of comes out and he's like, so I'm gonna need that favor right now,
Yup.
and I need you to bring me with you. And as I look around, like one of the people in his little area comes out and she's like, you're leaving me and stuff. And then you just see like this enveloping darkness kind of come around the corner and like basically envelop her too. So he pushes me out the door. He comes out, closes it really like quick and slams it, which alerts everybody. And so for the first time, people get to meet like Lucifer, and he's real, suave, but he's also like, I don't really want to talk about what's going on.
I'm going to go get a drink
I'm gonna
now.
go get a drink now. Yeah.
Wait, didn't we like kind of like when he came in?
Yep.
He actually walked down to the secret door that was covered by the veins /
Yeah. So after the battle, we got
vines and
introduced to
everything?
who he was, and we go back into the engine room, and the vines start to flicker in and out of existence.
Because we were combining realities.
Yep.
Or
Spoiler
combining
alert.
dimensions.
Spoiler alert.
No,
man.
realities.
And then it would show like a door, and then sometimes it'd be a wall, and sometimes it'd be a door, and sometimes it'd be a wall.
So I can tell you guys this
Go
now
for
because
it.
it's done. But the creatures were using the like magic of the ship and their own like powers. They made a space between spaces, so it wasn't quite another dimension. It was like their own within the ship, access through the pool that they were keeping
Yeah.
going.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
So
so,
the
then
vessel-
you
the
killed
vessel-
them.
yeah, the vessel
So
we
there's
were
nothing
on.
keeping that going anymore.
Yeah.
So you just had time.
So
before
basically,
it
yeah. So basically, the
back to
vessel,
normal.
that we originally entered, that was the one.
Yeah, they're bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're
Like,
bad.
especially when they have time to like nest in a spot.
Yeah, they can be dangerous.
So that door, I remember you saying in session that our ship didn't have that door.
Nope.
Yep.
So how did we get that door?
It's from the other dimension
Yeah, it's from the other dimension.
because they both
So it
fused in
made-
one.
It made a space between dimensions, right?
Yeah.
So a little bit of yours, a little bit of theirs.
Oh, and theirs had it. Theirs had the door.
Yeah.
Well,
Combination.
two realities.
Yep.
It's a combination of both that they made like a space in between them, right?
Okay.
And so like there's like a little bit of your guys' stuff,
Yep.
a little bit of the other stuff, and that kind of like
Coalesced into one. Like they finally.
it kind of leaked into
Through.
theirs because it's so close to the other two realities.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
we started heading down there,
that makes
and
sense.
we found
Sorry.
out that was
Sorry, there's a lot that goes on in this brain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All good.
it was Lucifer's.
Alchemy set, or what we thought was an alchemy set,
Is
it's a potion brewing set, and
I was gonna go with a
his
fun name.
drugs.
Yeah, his drug lab.
his drug lab.
Yeah, he'd grow a whole bunch of drugs down there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fun stuff down there.
Fun. I don't know if I'd call it fun.
And straight up drugs.
Well,
In his
Edwin
reality,
found
but
it
not here.
fun and took all the alchemy brewing equipment.
Yep.
Edwin did.
Edwin did.
It wasn't actually alchemy.
Oh,
It was-
I mean,
it
It was
the
just, it was
potion
just, it was
stuff.
liquids. It was liquids,
The
powders.
mystery liquids that we'll later also stumble upon again.
Yep.
But after that, everyone, I believe, goes like back
We go
upstairs
back
to the
up,
bar.
and we
and
have a long discussion.
We have a very long discussion.
I mean,
should we
me-
summarize it up quick or?
basically,
We tried figuring
Lucifer
out.
goes over. We all talk to him about what we can do about the engine because it's getting significantly dim. He tells us it's a
Yep.
fire elemental, which we probably
Yep.
knew already, and that it needed energy to sustain itself.
We didn't know that.
No, I thought we did because we had the engine in our hands and we looked at it, and it was a legitimate.
Oh, I didn't
Fire
know there was a
elemental,
fire
No, yeah,
elemental.
because
we-
I remember it like didn't it, like swim down to it or whatever. Like we would. Like,
We had it.
No, yeah, it was the
We had-
the orb. I
yeah.
remember something else.
We had the
Yeah,
orb
that was
and the
with the
wayfinder.
Wayfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
the
the
engine
wayfinder
was
is
the
is the
fire
wayfinder a
elemental.
water elemental?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
Yes,
I
yes,
I
it is.
remember-
I did,
I
did
remember-
primeval awareness. And I got
yes.
pinged for 2
Yeah.
elementals.
So we had a
Primeval
fire and a
awareness,
water.
baby.
Yeah, we had a fire and a water one, and the fire one was dimming really badly. And we all had the idea of throwing Lucifer in there to feed on its energy or whatever.
All secretly thinking
Or
about it.
I was thinking like we throw in a torch, we just let it absorb the fire, and then we were
We
just
didn't
like,
quite understand how this engine works.
yeah. So, Lucifer and them they're talking. Zion's having his moment with his centipede. He says, if we go deeper, we'll possibly find something. He likes to speak in riddles, so he
Who
didn't.
doesn't?
He didn't-
This one, okay.
this one was
you
more
give them an
straightforward.
answer, or the way you say it, like I think Matt said, that's the answer you're gonna get.
If you ask him a
This-
broad question, he'll give you a vague
This
answer.
time I asked a very specific question. I'm like, where do we find more power? And he answered,
Deeper.
go deeper.
Yeah.
Which was helpful, more so than his previous answers of
Riddles. Here is a very subtle
It's
hint.
really not that like
Mirrors
complicated.
I mean,
are doorways.
they're not straight up. He's just
Mirrors
like,
are doorways.
so.
and I think I know what that means, but I think I would rather discover that in the game.
Tell me what you think it means. I'm curious.
What do you think it means?
Yeah.
I want to know what you think it means.
Okay, so what I think it means, for example, or
Wrong.
when Leatfa went over and
their
picked up the
hand
mirror
mirror.
and everything and kind of picked it up,
Yeah.
for some reason, gosh darn it, I don't want to spoil what's gonna come next.
How do you know? Well, I mean,
But for example, we're gonna do like it's a gateway, kind of like how those fear-eating creatures. What are they called?
fear-eating creatures. We didn't really give them a name. We'll call them Ouija demons.
To be honest, those creatures are like my brainchild.
Homebrew.
Homebrewers.
I homebrewed them, so I didn't really give them a name.
You can call them shadow walkers.
I called them night terrors. 'cause
Night
that's what they
terrors.
give you.
Yeah. Night
Yeah,
terrors.
that's good.
I like that name. I like that
They
name.
don't have a name like our party.
This
Yeah. I'm glad you remember that.
Yeah, because
Because you
we
brought it up like 3 times.
need a name for our group.
Yeah,
Obviously.
the unnamed adventuring party is what I called you guys when I did the
Yeah.
recap.
You really
I
like.
really
you
wanted
said
to-
that like 3 times. You unnamed adventurers.
I really wanted to give us a name, and I totally forgot about it.
Don't forget next time.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a moment of rest where we're not fighting or walking or.
This, but
You
back
guys
to
haven't even gotten to the city in the Sunless Sea yet, so I mean,
We're still at like the main.
yeah. Keep up with the
gate.
recap. Keep up.
Yeah,
keep
keep going.
it.
Yeah.
no more mirror talk.
Oh no. Okay,
continue with
it,
that.
Continue. Yeah.
But I'll say it shortly. But the mirror, I feel like, has a way. It has a weird way, either with like time or like what you desire most, and you could go to it with the mirror or some type of mirrors.
Similar to like in Sorcerer's Stone with that mirror, like when Harry Potter,
Yeah,
Harry's
when
like
the
looking at it, he
parents-
sees his parents. And
Something like that. That's kind of what I'm picking
I
up.
was very tempted to like
look at
look
it.
at it because
Yeah.
I remember when she said, "I guess I'll give the mirror to Oberyn," because I was gonna be like, "Yes, please, I will gladly." And then,
And then
they were
she
like,
said he was gonna give it to me. I'm like, yay!
"Yeah," and then it was like, "Well, weren't you going to the captain's quarters?" And I was like, "But I can do that after I look at the damn thing, please. I just want to know.
Give it to me.
I just want to see
My
it."
precious.
So, because I was like really curious, because I was like, okay, because I was thinking about, it, I was like, okay, so they show you what you saw in your night terrors. So like, this would be my chance to see what my night terror would be, or at least what I would desire in a way. But I didn't get the chance, and now Leafa still has it, and I don't think it works outside the ship. So I'm kind of like,
It's not outside the ship.
oh, I
And-
thought she
no.
took it with.
No,
She
No,
closed
back
the
in her
door to
room.
her
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
That sucker's gone.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I I was like, ugh.
It's gone.
I'll never know.
Oberyn goes into the captain's quarters, starts driving down.
Yep.
As we're going down, Oberyn. Oh wait, sorry.
You.
Zion. Zion and Edwin decide to go test their luck with some alchemy with the random potions
They're
they
both
have.
doing some
Okay,
random
s-
chemistry.
So this was my thought process behind it. I'm like, we need an engine. Let's try to brew something to.
You're gonna try and brew a fire elemental.
But
No,
just
not a but do something. I was like,
I was,
we don't have any option.
well, we were given one when it told us that it's deeper, so we're going deeper.
And we were exploring that, but in the meantime, I'm like, okay, if we don't make it there, we have to have something. So I'm like,
Which was a possibility, depending on what you rolled.
I was
Yeah,
gonna push
I rolled a
Lucifer
1,
in there.
so-
Yes, you did.
If we needed to.
But we made it.
so
I'm not always evil.
So
That's
me
true.
and Edwin, we go downstairs and
Thank you, God.
Well, no, I start heading down there, and I asked Matt, I'm like, I was like, did I remember seeing stuff there? He's like, remember, or what roll did you have? What check did you have me do?
Intelligence, see if you could remember.
Yeah, so I got it high enough, and I was like,
Wasn't a
There.
hard DC.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
he was there and then it wasn't.
I was like,
I was like,
there
you
was
feel
no-
like this table was significantly fuller.
so I go back up, and I'm like, does anyone have the stuff that was on the table downstairs? And you didn't make me do. You didn't make us do an insight deception check. I think Dan or Edwin just kind of came forward
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
So me and him go down there and we start. What we thought was an alchemy set was actually a potion brewing set, and I was like, "That's not what I want." But this is a side quest now, so we're gonna make some cool potions that hopefully come up success. Hopefully, like we can use later and be successful with.
You guys made some good potions.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we.
Do you remember them all?
So we got the
Strength of bear.
strength of bear, and we got wait,
No.
Bear strength. Bear
No.
Oh no! It was bear strength, and we added lead to it, which became it was a poison.
What kind of poison?
Paralyzing
That's-
poison.
Paralysis poison.
That's stuff that will just like.
You're hitting
Yep.
the lean a little
It's
too
good
hard.
for an hour to 2 hours, depending on the
how
individual.
weak it is.
Lucifer,
weak the
let's get 'em.
individual is.
Do you remember how many applications?
3.
These 3.
Nicely
And you
done.
can put it on your weapons.
Well, I knew that from Critical Role.
Really?
So at the part of the campaign that I was watching, they had holy water or
Yeah.
holy oil, and Matt Mercer was like, "You can only put it on 3 arrows."
Okay.
So
Okay.
Maybe that was just something I like innately remembered.
What are the other potions you made?
So we made the poison potion first, and then we basically were like, we were trying to match color with how we thought what the colors meant. So we're like, screw it, let's just throw everything. Let's throw a third of everything together and see what we get.
Yep.
And we
Ta-da!
got, what did we get?
You got a couple of
You-
pretty
didn't
good
didn't
stuff
you-
for
Didn't
certain
you get
characters.
first? We only have 3. We got 3 potions,
We
right?
got 3.
Yes.
We have 3.
So we got or like a lesser strength or like strength potion.
Bear strength.
No.
No,
That's
you
what
got
That's what
paralysis
you.
potion.
That's what you
No,
started.
no, we
with.
got the paralysis.
Yeah,
And
then
then
they were
don't we have
going to
2
make
strength
bear.
potions?
No, you have
No,
one.
We have 1.
Oh.
Giant.
Giant strength.
That's right.
Giant, no,
'Cause it was a
frost
frost
giant
Frost giant,
strength.
yeah.
Yep.
It's about the same.
Specifically, you said
about the
you don't
same
have to remember this, but specifically, it's frost giant.
Yeah.
What's the other?
And it gives you resistance to cold,
Elven regeneration. was
Elven
the other one,
regeneration.
Then-
which doesn't help
but
most
Nothing
of the
for
party
me.
except for the elves.
So we made this.
Isn't it only
What
on
was the second one
specific
called?
elves?
It's only on Elven
frost
blood.
giant strength,
Frost Giant Strength, which is like a bunch of strength stuff. Randomly
Perfect
on a
for
little bit.
Arthur.
and
purple
you
bird.
get ice resistance.
Oh, and ice resistance.
Yes, it halves cold damage that you receive.
Oh wow.
So if
Yeah.
you're ever fighting an ice dragon and it uses its breath attack,
Well,
instead of receiving like 80 damage, you'll receive 40.
Yes.
That's important.
That is
Yes.
significantly helpful.
Yes.
that is
And then-
unfortunate though.
Then we made a third potion because. So what I did, I was like, all right, I don't know what these colors mean. So I took a gander. I'm like, okay, I feel like green means something. So Matt had me do a check to see if I recognize any of the green materials we were working with because we were working with powders and liquids.
Yep.
So he's like, I rolled decently high on the check. And, sorry.
Do you like the rest thing? Like, you know, where you like rest
Right
it?
there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll restart.
Tastes good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Nice.
It increased the mic like
Yeah.
like effectiveness.
Okay. So we were looking at. I'm right here.
Okay. I saw it waver. I'm sorry.
Do.
I'm sorry.
You're good. So we were looking at powders and liquids, specifically the green ones, and you had me do a check. Was it just intelligence, or was it history?
I think it was history.
I believe it was history.
So I rolled like 16 or 17, and
You're
then
like a 20 something total.
It was like 24.
no,
It's
I
like
rolled
22.
I rolled a
Yeah.
19. I've got like a plus 2 or 3. My history's not that great,
Yeah.
but I rolled so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like really proficient in that.
But then Matt told me, he's like, you don't recognize the green powder, but the green liquid, is having to deal with regeneration and speed.
Yep.
And healing factors of sorts. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, we came down here to make a healing potion, so let's start here. So me and Dan I don't remember the specifics of what we did.
You threw basically.
I know
think
at one
Green
point
liquid, distilled water.
when that made a speed potion.
You made it.
No.
You put in some other color.
You put in
It's like blue or red powder.
No, we didn't.
it wasn't
we
the red
worked
powder.
just
It
with
wasn't
green.
the blue powder. You put in the no.
The liquid.
The liquid silver.
Liquid.
No,
silver.
that was the ending.
Yeah, but
I'm
this
pretty
is the
sure.
last potion.
No. You got something
did
because
it
you
at
got a
the end.
haste potion before.
Yeah, you turned it
Yeah.
opaque white.
Yeah, you turned it white. I don't remember exactly what it is.
then
I
you
had a
said-
table.
Didn't you say then it turned purple?
So they got a potion of haste first.
Yeah, which is opaque white.
Which
Right.
is one.
You
isn't
added
what we-
something else.
it wasn't
I
the
could've-
lead.
Was it? No, I
Because-
remember them discussing like
Was it the red liquid?
I no, it was no. Didn't we have red powder?
yeah.
Because you were like,
Oh
we don't-
yeah. You added the green liquid and the red powder. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you guys did. Yeah, and you got a potion
Oh.
of haste.
Yep.
Because
and
we
then-
thought red and green were gonna dull each other. Because we had a healing potion for like observation purposes, trying to match it. So we're like, all right, red and green will dull each other, or the green will dull the red, because we knew bright red meant strength, dull red meant health. So we're like, if we distill the red, then we should be fine. And then we got a white potion of haste, which
Yep.
is completely off base where we were hoping to go.
And then you added something else to it, which I
Then we
forget.
added the silver.
Yep.
The liquid silver.
And then did you heat it up or did you cool it?
We heated it up.
I
Yeah.
remember you heating it up, not too heat, but enough for like a stir, right?
It was.
It didn't matter what their description was.
Oh,
If they
okay.
heated it up, it had an
Yeah.
effect. If they didn't, it didn't.
Okay.
There you go.
So we heated up, and we ended up getting an elven healing potion.
Which is
which-
like
Potion of elven
yeah,
regeneration.
which is like
Which
yay for
only-
elves.
which
so
is
full-blown elf, they get a D8
how many times?
5 times.
5
Yeah.
rounds.
5 rounds.
5 rounds.
A
The-
D8 every round.
D8 every round for 5 rounds. Half elves get a D4
5
for
rounds.
5 rounds, and
That's it.
that's it. I
That's
thought there was
it.
a third level.
Nope.
That
It's just
No.
it's just
it's
elves.
just
and
elves
It's
and
a
half elves.
it's a
If-
potion
if-
of elven regeneration.
If it
Yep.
wasn't for
I-
elves, it would just be called potion of regeneration.
I would
That's
also
true.
I would
Helps
also
elves.
like to add that Arthur kind of had a if a funny moment running in on them, kind of doing it and almost making him
That's right.
spill.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I
And all he
whistled
did
for
was
the
ask
centipede,
For the centipede.
and all I asked was I kind of convinced it to come over, and it did. And it was nice that it actually came. But I asked how close we were, and basically just said, "You're growing closer. Just keep going." So we did.
And it came back and bit me in the back of my neck, like it
Yep.
normally does.
Yep. And then
And we continued on making potions.
and you know what?
Then
Actually, to bring up Arthur, what were you
oh
up to
yeah.
after you went to
So
after you
Oh,
went
we're
I
to
gonna
went to
talk
the
about
I
this.
went to the captain's quarters to talk to Oberyn about how far we're getting,
Yep.
and this is happening while Leatfa and Brazil are catching up, kind of getting to know
Having
each
a
other.
deep emotional chat about like what they just faced in their night terrors.
Yep, and then Lucifer didn't he like kind of like he went into a room and was having some very nice
Pleasuring times.
pleasuring times.
He had a good time. His desires were met.
He had sex.
So the ship basically gives you not what you want, but like what you desire in a way that like is healthy for you and helps you. That isn't like monetary
It's
goods.
pleasurable needs, in a way.
Yeah. It's
Alcohol, food.
it's a very Hotel California kind of thing, but
Yep.
this time you don't have insidious overlords.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Such
well,
a lovely
for a while
place.
we did.
Yes, for a while you did. And that's why it was bad.
Yeah.
But now you guys make what you want.
I was gonna say I was very hesitant to drink or try to get a bottle and drink because I'm like, I don't want to go face my father again.
Yeah.
Not again.
But yeah, so Lucifer created some ladies of the night in his room because each room is subconsciously what each character basically like wants it to be. So Arthur had like a cool like tribal room with like pelts and like I said the bedpost was made of like elephant like tusks and all this other cool stuff. Yep. And so yours Zion was like your homeroom from the castle that you've known, a bit more lavish than what it was last time, but and then you never got to see yours.
Oh.
Yeah, I never got to mine because I never made the decision to
no.
go into a room because I was
You
like,
were stuck to a chair.
I was stuck to a chair, but I was free, and I probably could have went in one of the rooms if I just decided to be like, I wonder if someone is in here.
Why didn't you go in a room when it was not being overruled? That's what you should have done.
Well,
He was stuck to the chair half the
no.
time.
When after everything was over, why I didn't choose to go? Well, someone had to drive the ship.
Well,
That's true.
I
Someone
guess
did
you-
have to drive.
I guess you did go into a room. It just happened to be someone else's.
Yeah, it was
memories.
somebody else's
It
room.
was somebody else's room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Kyle.
You
And
went
I-
into somebody's room too, which I'm trying to get us back on track so we can
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
keep continuing. That's all right.
I went into Lucifer's room, joined him, and
Yes, you did.
I had sex with Lucifer. Me and him became very great friends.
I had to describe it.
he had to describe it in vivid detail.
and
What exactly?
He
Arthur
tried
and
to
Lucifer-
get out of it too for a second, and I said, "No, you purchased a ticket for this ride. Now we're going on it."
You committed, and
didn't we also roll for something?
I made you make a Constitution check to see how long you lasted.
and you got like a
And-
17.
Yeah,
You
and
rolled
we
high.
lasted.
Yes.
And
Oh, my.
everyone else on the ship was very disturbed. I remember saying, "I rage."
Yeah, and during the middle of
He
their
did.
deep conversation with Brazil, and you just hear "I rage."
In the middle of me and Edwin brewing potions
There's
for the
dust
party.
falling.
Yeah, dust falling on
Great.
them because they're in like the bottom part of the ship.
I'm
Trying
pretty
to
sure
make
the only one who
potions.
didn't really know what was going on was me because I was still driving the ship.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Then
hey, I was totally unaware.
after that whole fun shebang with Lucifer, me and him
Literally.
are lovers now.
Well,
We're partners.
We don't we stumble upon this giant
Dome.
dome? No.
There was
it
a
was
cliff face.
It had an under part. I remember it had an under part that I believe he made Kyle roll for how well he did.
I rolled a dexterity roll,
And it was
to
very
land.
poorly?
It was the poorest you could possibly get.
So
yes. And so what that was basically gonna do, just so you guys know, it's gonna determine whether you one made it,
Yeah.
right, and then two, if you had power.
Right. And
I'm making it.
I rolled a 1.
He rolled a 1,
So we got there.
so he got it in. And there's like a moon pool.
Right.
It's in it
kinda
would
like
have
with
been
the
a central area.
Leviathan, I would imagine, like kind of like surface, like when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Leviathan was there in that cave. That's what I was imagining.
Yeah, very similar.
And we ran out of power at the end.
Yeah.
Which
and so to re-describe, right? What you saw was like like an underground mountain basically that comes up and then plateaus, and it's a hemisphere.
Got it.
So it's half a sphere coming out of the like cliff face.
yeah.
So you guys surface into the moon pool, and now you're just kind of in there.
But from a story standpoint, it makes sense because it's like, well, now we know there might be something here because the centipede told Zion this is the place, and like
And he
it
said
goes,
to go deeper.
So it makes the most sense
We're
that,
deep.
and he said the answer is within, which is like in the city, and then we
What?
got into
I just can't wait till the story.
yeah. So
progresses.
we get there, we get out, it's dark, very dark.
We all jump out, and we all kind of slow. Oh wait, we are all making perception checks. And I remember I rolled pretty high, but I can't see in the dark,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and I pretty sure
Who else
rolled
saw?
kind of
It
low.
was just
Edwin.
me and Edwin.
It was Edwin, and
Oh,
I
no, it was just
remember
Edwin.
I rolled
it was-
average.
That was a
Yep.
It wasn't a perception check. It was just
It was a
passive perception.
No, I made you guys
It was
do
perception
an
check.
active
Perception.
perception
And
check
then-
when you guys went out of the ship. Yeah.
Edwin happened to see a dude, like a cloaked figure in a building, and we were described that I asked Matt that, did this place imagine like a Last of Us
Yeah.
type setting, and he was like,
Dilapidated.
yeah, just without all of the overgrown
Yeah,
vegetation.
there's no vegetation.
It's just like
Destroyed.
destroyed buildings.
Yeah.
And so he sees this, and I believe he senses owl.
Yep, Artemis.
Yeah, he sent
Artemis
Artemis out to
to go around.
It goes
this.
flying, and then I remember him describing, then you hear 3 bow strings get drawn.
And
That
they
was a
shoot.
terrible noise. And then they shoot for, I believe, Zion. Right,
Zion, Edwin. Zion was not on his wolf, though, was he?
No,
Not at that point.
Yeah.
no, wait.
It was Zion,
remember-
Edwin for sure. And I think it was Brazil or Leofa who got hit next.
Yeah.
And
He's one of those two.
it dug into Edwin
Mm-hmm.
to the point where he had to break it off. And for Zion, it just kind of like, that kind of hurt.
Tinged against the arm.
I had
Yeah.
to take a point of damage.
Yeah. But so to pick up from where Brandon was left off, they,
Then they.
Leofa throws the dancing lights around the building because they seem to be shuffling around. So we see them. And, the bard's like trying to talk him down.
Yep.
And
They
we're trying to be
stop.
peaceful. And
He
I,
works on 2 of them.
and then they, one
I
of the
forget
guys
what
like,
spell he
one of the
casts,
guys
but
is
he
just
casts
like,
something.
yeah, one of the guys is just like, guys, what are you guys talking about? Like, come on. And then, they were like, put your weapons down. And I didn't have my weapon because it's something I summoned. So I just kind of put my hands up. But I'm also slowly like charging Eldritch Blast because I'm like,
Actually, I don't think said put your weapons down.
no,
The party members.
The
were
party
saying
member
that
said
to
put
you.
the weapons down.
No, yeah,
Like
I
your
was
own
I was
party.
Yeah.
I was ready to block an arrow.
I was
That's
ready.
what I
Yes.
was doing.
Yeah. So everyone else went like down, but I stayed up from a higher altitude because I was like,
Some went down. Some leaped from with their dire wolf.
Yeah, and
To-
go
one
and
person
charged them.
Yeah, one charged at
Well,
them.
So
I didn't charge.
You ran at them.
Imagine
full
getting
speed.
ran at by a giant dire wolf.
Yeah, because he was like trying to do either persuasion or intimidation on
No,
him.
it was an intimidation.
Was it?
you persuaded 2.
Yep,
Tried to intimidate one,
Yeah, try to intimidate
Didn't
1.
work.
didn't
No.
work.
and then the arrow was shot.
Yeah, so he pulls an arrow. Zion's like talking to him like, we come in peace. And then Zion still gets shot with an arrow.
Does no
Doesn't-
damage this
does
time.
no damage. However, he also knocks another arrow. And so I'm still charging my Eldritch Blast because I'm like,
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm like, okay, he's not stopping to attack, so I'm going to shoot a warning shot.
Yes.
He's like, I want to shoot a warning shot. I'm like, okay. This is a long distance. It's in the dark.
Yeah, but I have like 120 feet vision, so I was
You
like,
don't have 120 feet
Yes.
of dark vision.
yeah, like Devil's Sight allows me to see.
You didn't use Devil's Sight. You don't have that. Remember, you have something else.
No. I have. I have
I'm pretty sure you have something else.
No. It's Devil's Sight.
Did you
Just-
use that?
That's
No,
why
because you had like a hex
You
something.
never
don't
said
you?
using something.
Yeah.
You just said charge up a move and shoot.
Well, I mean, I thought the Devil's Sight is just my dark vision, but it's also just I can see more than usual.
You never even mentioned dark vision.
Yes, I did. He was like, "Who can
I
see?"
thought you had
He said,
60
"Who can
feet of
see?"
dark vision.
He
That's
said,
all
"Who
you
can
had.
see in the dark?"
Yeah,
I
I thought you
can.
had 60 feet of dark
No, I
vision.
have.
that's all.
I
No,
just
because my
remember
Eldritch,
you- I
my
remember
Eldritch
you saying I can
invocation
see
at
in
the
the dark.
beginning
Okay.
is 'cause I had to choose-
Regardless.
Anyway,
So, but still here. So dark vision lets you see like gray and blacks.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it does. So
Yeah.
it's a black figure
mhm.
in a gray and black landscape.
Yep.
Still gonna be hard to hit. So anyway, I had him roll a dexterity check to see where he hit because he was trying to do a warning shot.
First, it was an attack roll just to see if I would do it, which was
Right.
really, really fucking high.
Yes.
Because of course the one roll that I make that's supposed to be a warning shot is the one roll I make high.
Yes.
Then it's
That's how
like,
dice work.
yeah. Then it's
They
like,
screw you.
so I'm like, okay, so it's gonna go.
Trying to be precise, trying to be close, but
and
yet
then I
not
roll.
hit him.
Then I roll dexterity and I get like a 16, and it's not high enough. So
Did you get something that high? I
Yeah,
thought
it was-
below a 15.
no, it was 16.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I was like 16, and I was like,
There's still a long distance.
it's still yeah.
I still
it's
stick with what
it's
I
in the
did.
past.
Get to the fun part.
And then you described it as Edwin said, "Don't shoot." I look and I still shoot, and
Oof.
it blows his leg off.
no, it snaps
It's-
his ankle.
No, I thought he said he blows his whole leg
Snaps
off.
ankle.
Afterwards,
Snaps
after we
ankle,
get
and then
Oh yeah, you didn't roll for damage. I never.
and then
made
Matt
you
was like,
for
roll damage.
Yeah.
And you rolled your damage, and it was like a lot of damage.
It was
and you're like,
almost max
he's
damage.
dead.
Yeah. These are poor, malnourished.
Yeah.
Like
and the
they're
thing was-
criminals
Yeah.
now
The
because
whole-
they stole food because they were starving. and then he just gets hit by force energy to the leg. Like he had like 5 hit points.
And so
You
everyone
doubled his hit
Yeah,
points in death.
I-
everyone yelled at you, but I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I didn't yell at you.
The thing was,
Oh, and I love how everybody yells at him. Like, I can't believe you killed that guy.
Yeah,
and then you roll into town.
Wait. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So-
We'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
the whole party, not the whole party, but like Brazil, Edwin, the people who are like, let's be peaceful to these bandits and criminals. Like, why did you blow his
Wait,
leg off
yeah,
on
yeah.
accident?
You see how far away I am?
Yeah, it's the fact that I did
You
it on
guys get
accident,
shot
and
at?
they
I
still,
don't wanna
they
help
still
you again,
reprimanded me as if I shot them on purpose. That's the thing, because like they're like, you killed him. It's like,
Just
I
to
did-
let you
I
guys
didn't
know,
aim it
you'll
at the
see why this is so.
fucking
This is so funny, dude. It's so great.
You guys don't know, but you're about to find out why it's
yeah.
so good.
So after this, we started getting into town, and they're still like,
and they did reprimand him for a while.
yeah, they got mad
Wait,
at me.
we forgot about the
But
giant
even
snake
before
thing.
that,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the two guys run off because they're scared I blew off their friend's leg.
Yep.
And then we hear like footsteps and like something sliding on the road, and then something gets like kind of close.
One of the guys
we start to
was in some type of trance.
well, we hid first.
Yeah, we hid.
which I also rolled terribly at, but we all hid.
I did.
We had an advantage.
Yeah, and then so out comes this one of the people that we saw before. I'm pretty sure who was just in a daze, completely like off the lean, just going off crazy. And then behind him was like a snake thing. I mean,
we didn't know. We
didn't know
see
what it
that
was,
at that
but
point.
You
we
never
didn't
got
see
eyes
it.
on it.
I thought we saw it with like it had like a diamond on the head or something.
That was. I
Or
think
that was him or some. I don't know.
that was
bro.
what
I
we
think
saw
I
at the
might have-
fence.
That's fair. That's okay. So
Diamond on the head.
I
So,
thought there was like some
when
kind of
we-
like rune or
The hell are
some
you
shit. I
talking
don't know,
about?
bro. I don't know.
No.
You're talking
No.
about the triangle fork or the
Yeah.
fork tongue
That's probably
for
what.
the ghoulie or the
ghoulie?
spirit we saw at the fence.
Forked tongue? Yeah. He has a
Lizard.
forked tongue. Yeah, because it's like I told you, it's like a scaled like lizard-looking entity that stands on 2 feet.
Yeah.
It's also like wispy and
So
blue.
we see
As
that.
we were hiding, we
as
find
we
this
were
guy
hiding-
crying.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
find one of the other people.
Who we never
The
know
last
the
one,
name
not
of.
one of them. The last,
The last one.
bandit.
And he said the other guy's name, which I already forgot, but it was some with
It's
an
okay.
L, with an L or whatever. And then they were like, "Let's bring him with us."
We used him as a guide.
Nobody remembers his name anymore anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause the person
Yeah.
that did
No,
it-
hold on. So
Ah,
we
we're
he
getting
guides
there.
us-
We're getting there. We're
he
getting
guides us-
there.
He guides us through the town, and we're doing all this stuff.
We get
and
to
we
a
get to the
fence.
gate, and everyone's going like,
Oh, hold
okay.
on. At this point, I do want to talk about this because this was frustrating for me as a character.
and as-
Very frustrating. I could tell
Were
Brazil was
you-
frustrated too.
Were you gonna allow them to take their animals at first?
to take their animal. What do you mean?
like take him over the fence.
Take them over the fence.
So
Ah,
we're-
you can certainly try.
we were okay. So to
What
give
was the out-
context for the audience, we were faced with this very large fence with no gate.
Right. Do you remember what the fence was?
It's like bamboo type foliage.
Sort of.
I remember you describing, like, for some reason I pictured it as like a steel wall. I don't know
thought of it
why.
as like a
No,
steel
Don't know
fence.
why.
It was. I described
it
it
was
as like
thick.
it looks like giant corn stalks.
But I just remember it was thick.
Yeah, it was thick. 3 C's.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're faced with this giant wall,
I carry that dumb
That's-
dude over.
decently thick,
Yeah.
That-
How high did I say? Like maybe like
It was a good.
It was high.
12 feet.
12 feet is what I thought I said.
Yeah.
It's high climb.
So we
It's
had
high
to
climb.
we had to
Super
climb
high,
with
but, like,
rope
Yeah.
Yeah.
for people for just normal
Grappling
individuals.
hook.
Yeah, pretty much. We threw a rope over and
Edwin threw
strength
it
checks.
perfectly.
Yep. Because Zion messed it up a
First
couple
time.
times. First time.
You
So-
did it first time.
So
It
we.
was so dark and you did it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. He
But
complimented him.
keep going. Sorry.
So for there's 2 rangers, and myself and then Brazil, who are also beast masters. So we both have animals. Brazil attempted to have her animal climb the fence. Now hers was gonna have the best shot because one, it's a puma, and it's not 7
Panther.
feet
Panther.
or panther. Sorry, it's a panther. It's a cat. It can climb. It's got claws meant for
That's what
climbing.
cats do.
Yep.
It's also not 7 feet long.
Yep.
This is also a fence
It's also a fence.
that's designed to
Keep out.
keep
climb.
Things
Out.
out.
yeah.
She sent it to try to climb it. It didn't work.
And then we knew Uno.
There's a
as
little bit of
big-
frustration there.
Yep.
Well, because okay, so I was frustrated because the party as a whole is like, don't make any noise. And I'm like, all right, well, how am I supposed to get my animal across? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like,
And I could see
you weren't giving me an option to get my
I could-
animal through because I had an idea. I was like, Una and Eclipse just bite their way through, scratch/bite.
that would have probably worked.
Yeah.
Because we could have, it's an easy DC to beat probably, and we
Yeah,
can
it's
roll
not
the
hard to hit
damage.
the wall.
It's bamboo.
I remember what we did.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about Eldritch blasting, but that would be loud because it is.
Any option would have been loud.
Yeah.
I thought about cutting it with my swords at one point.
So-
Which you could have
They
done.
came up with the idea that we're going to stay behind.
Yep.
And kind of
Well,
watch.
Brazil didn't say anything, but I was very upset. So I was like, "You guys go ahead. I'm gonna stay here with my dog."
I could tell.
Yeah, you were
We're-
pissed.
I could
If-
definitely tell.
And because you
I
were
have a
like, you were just like steadfast in your decision because he was like, "Are you sure?" He was like, "Yep, yep."
Me and Edwin and the random guy were the only ones to make it over the wall.
No, well, yeah, Leofa tried.
Leotfa tried. Wait, what?
Lucifer.
Oh, Lucifer. Oh, my lover.
Are you
I'm so
perhaps
sorry.
forgetting about
How
someone?
do you forget about your
I'm so
lover?
sorry, Lucifer.
But like,
Lucifer makes it
everybody
over with
makes it
ease.
over with ease. I don't
He's
even.
a super being.
Yeah.
I don't even bother trying because I see Zion just like I can't go, so I'm like, I'll stay with him because
So
he's
So
my
I had
friend.
I had Una. I told Una to sit, and I pulled out my longbow, and I never use my longbow. I like my double short swords.
we don't even know how accurate you are with that thing.
Yeah,
You do not.
I have
So
a
I-
crossbow that I never use.
What's
It's
with
in
us
there.
using? Wow, we have
What
a
is
lot
with
of
the- what is
arrow
with us
Come on,
using
guys.
an
You,
arrow?
you guys have things. I beat up things.
I mean, I don't really use the crossbow, so if anyone needed one, I could just be like,
Anyway,
Yeah.
here.
I knock an arrow in my longbow. I sit next to Una, and Edwin from the other side of the fence. He's like, "What did he say to me?" He said something.
Oh, he said like
something in Elven.
yeah,
It's
it's
too- yep,
basically like
Evelyn.
Stay
good luck or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's but more like
We have
more
to-
eloquent than that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
also-
it was along the lines of like like I hope you make it out of this basically.
And I had no response.
Yes.
Yes.
I was pissed.
That's
I
where-
was so upset, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
And then I
was-
gently nudged the party in the direction of staying outside might not be a great idea.
Would you have? Oh, wait, I guess we'll get through this.
yeah. So
Edwin gave me the potion.
Mhm.
I drank it. I didn't even need to drink
you
it.
rolled a
Which
nat 20.
one?
It was the
No, he
bull's-
didn't give you a potion.
He gave you a spell.
He gave you enhanceability.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bull strength.
yeah. And I nat 20'd and chopped down the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, one swing. 'Cause
One- yeah.
that's
swing.
a natural 20
Yeah.
with the bull strength. Like,
And didn't even matter.
Yep.
So that goes down.
Everyone comes through.
Everyone
all
comes
happy.
through. Here comes some ghost
Mm,
specters.
And
I don't
now-
know if happily would have been a word that I would have used.
Well, you
Reluctant.
could have. I could have not swung at that, and most of the party could have died.
So
Would you have killed them if they would have stayed?
they would have certainly had
a tussle. We would have certainly had a fight.
overwhelming
Like
pressures
They-
to
They
perhaps
didn't have Lucifer
find
either.
a way to get over the wall.
they'd have to find a way.
Because there is a reason the city is abandoned.
So
Or for the most part, anyway.
we
So
go.
I basically was like, fine, you don't want to help me figure this out.
I'm gonna
I'm
kill
gonna die.
myself. I stayed with
That's
him
basically
just.
what I was doing.
I stayed with him not because like I was gonna,
Unknowingly,
Yeah.
Dude,
I-
I was so pissed though. Like,
you were mad.
like
I respected it in the moment. I respected it.
Yeah, no,
I
I-
would have punished it, but I respected it.
Yeah, like, I get why you would be pissed because like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can't get my companion over.
It's the
So
second time your animal companion has had troubles.
Yeah, I
It's a
remember
big
the first
dog.
time I tried to cleave at a rock that didn't really work, and then Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
bingo.
Oh, I
Always
started
works.
blasting.
But like
Then we
so
we got the animals through.
yeah, we got the
Yeah.
animals through. We go through. We get to the
come
city.
up to the
We come up to the main gate,
second,
the second
wall,
which is more or less like
more guarded spotlight.
And I should note this. This is important.
yeah.
They did not fix the wall.
No, yeah,
They
we,
just left the pieces there.
Well,
Yeah.
wait.
'Cause
Yeah,
we
we did
do-
fix it, but
we do mention
we-
it later. At
we
the,
do
to the
mention
guy
it later.
that we did not fix the wall, and
So-
they're in a panic.
Yes.
So we let them
Yes.
in.
So in the abandoned city, they chop their way through and then like fuck it.
I didn't
Let's
even
keep
think
going.
about it.
Well, the thing, well,
I thought about ice spraying it, but I'm like, no, that's gonna make too much noise.
It would have made noise, but I mean,
from a story perspective,
We're gonna have a Lord of the Rings moment.
the people, the only like to me, it's like the only people who probably saw it would have been the people on the other side of the fence. Like that's what I.
The
That's why.
spiritual demon.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't think there would have been no reason for anyone else to see it other than me, you, Brazil, and Leatfa.
Right.
Because everyone else was already over the wall. So what, they're going to like peek their head through the fence and be like, there's some ghosts coming, you know? So like four people. So like four people.
They have patrols.
They have patrols, but like.
I remember you saying it was like lizard things.
Yeah, they're ghostly lizard-like creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like
I walked on 2 legs.
the only thing that we saw was that guy walking weird. We didn't really see like.
You heard numerous more footsteps.
Yeah, but we didn't see like ghosts other than the four of us.
The number was like 8.
It was a lot.
Does it sound like 8? Yeah.
It was definitely a lot.
But we get to the second wall.
Yeah.
And,
it's nice.
It's got watchtowers. It's got.
It's got a door, which
There's a gate,
I asked
yeah.
right away. I'm like, is there a gate?
I don't want to sneak anymore.
Then we go to the gate and we send out our 2 best
Convincers,
convincers
You're
or
not gonna-
like
spokesman,
You're
Bard.
face man.
our
your face,
facemen.
your face of the party, and
We
the
send
devil himself.
Edwin and Lucifer.
Yeah.
Those handsome devils.
And what's funny to me is that Edwin would talk, and then
Lucifer
would
interrupts.
just be
Yes, and it's me,
No,
Lucifer.
then he'd be like, yes, I agree, and they're just like, okay,
Who's this guy you brought?
because like it was like to me it's just
keeps talking.
it's like the bard's like saying this stuff while Lucifer's like secretly
Yeah.
like swaying them over like yes right yes and so they're just like
Jedi mind
shoot yeah that's how I like envision that whole thing where like it's just Lucifer like slowly pulling strings and be like you do believe what he says because he is the face of the party, he's a trustworthy man.
And so they let us in, and they're like,
Oh my
we got
God,
like all these
dude.
people. We got all these people. And then
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
whoa, hey, wait a second.
Yeah so
You
he-
look familiar to the random guy we met.
So he recognizes our
The
malnourished
bandit.
bandit, and he's like, and then oh my god, and then Edwin's like,
And so he turns his face and he's like, you're the guy that steals food.
yeah, and he's like, oh my god, you're a thief.
Edwin was like,
Edwin goes, a thief in our midst. And I was like, deception check.
And it works,
and it worked.
and nobody stopped them.
So the 2 guards grab him, right? They've each got an arm and they're dragging him up to the gallows.
Crying.
Yeah, and he's crying, he's weeping, he's like begging for help, and everybody looked away from me when I looked at them.
Really?
everyone,
I was like, is nobody gonna do anything? And people wouldn't meet my gaze. And they were just like, well, I mean, he's kind of already fucked. So I mean,
and to me, I was just kind of like,
they put the noose on him.
Yeah.
He's crying. He's begging for help.
yeah, and at this point,
and then the begging stops.
yeah, and at this point, I was still like a little bit like mad because I was like, okay, so Edwin just sent this dude to his death. No reprimanding from him because now we know they're bandits.
I
But
would-
for me, when I accidentally, and I put this in emphasis, accidentally
Shoot a guy's
blow a
leg
dude's
off.
leg off because somebody else distracted me. I get yelled
I
at.
accidentally shot his leg off. All
Yeah,
right.
I wanted to shoot a warning shot. I got distracted and I hit him. All right, I get reprimanded. But Edwin straight up just throws this dude under the bus. Just throws him under the bus. And yeah, no one does anything. But no one also says, that's a little messed up. You sent him to his death.
I would like to say Arthur and him made an agreement that we'll throw him under the bus.
I mean, yeah.
That did happen.
But at the same time, I was like, okay, so why did Edwin not get reprimanded for like
Nobody, not a single person stood up for him, and he got you through the city, no troubles. Not a single person. You all looked away.
I'm neutral.
This is my defense.
I'm a neutral. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, he's a bandit. To me, I killed his friend.
Accidentally.
Emphasis, accidentally. But he's still a bandit to me. I'm like, okay, so you still tried to kill my friends earlier, so I appreciate the help. But at the same time, you also killed my friends. I'm still like,
I'm just saying you did have the right mind. They shot at us. Come on. Why? I don't know why everyone yelled at you for that. But
Yeah,
I don't know why either.
Like, come on now.
yeah, like Brazil's biggest argument was,
Anyway, we do gotta move forward. But so you guys made it into the town. Then what'd you guys do?
we met the mayor of the group, August Tremblay.
He was in like you said like a courthouse type setup there?
Yeah,
And
and
it was a courthouse at one time.
and the way he talked.
I
was-
love that. By the way,
Well,
that
see,
voice.
the thing
was
was-
good.
the
I
thing
also
was-
called him stupid.
I don't know if you heard me like while you were talking, but I would always just do a like pating as if you were spitting
After
into
like
a
the
cup.
third time Kyle did, I'm like, what the hell?
And I'm like,
I heard
I'm
it
like,
the first time, and I was just like,
Kyle's like,
Kyle.
it's a spit.
he's
like,
he's
it's
chewing dip. He chews dip.
No.
Can you do the voice?
Oh, dude.
Like,
it.
don't imagine him spitting into a cup
He's a short
of
dude,
tobacco.
very pot-bellied,
Yeah.
very broad-shouldered.
All right. So you guys tell me if this is right. It's hard when I get put on the spot, but
Yeah.
it's one of these kind of voices.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
Spot
had like
on.
it was like that with a little southern drawl on it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
every time you talked, it was just ting.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely chews dip. So
It was good.
What are you doing here?
we basically make
Fucking
it.
your wife.
Oh my god! So basically, we talked to
Mike
him.
Wazowski. That's a bit more nasally. It's a bit more right here.
Yeah.
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 So as we talked to August
I'm
Tremblay,
so sorry.
it's all good. So as we're talking, we come up with what we got to do next, and he's like, because we tell him we're here to bring the lights back on, and he kind of perks up a little bit. And he's like, "Ugh."
No, he didn't
no,
perk up
he
at
did
that.
not perk up at
Oh,
that.
he
He perked
He-
up at the fact that we had a vessel.
yeah, he perked. He
He
perked.
could give two
Yeah.
craps about the fact that we were here. To
We
fix
also-
the lights. He was
yeah.
like,
He said,
whatever.
yeah, it's like, but we were like, so we came here on a vessel, and he's like, vessel. And-
Interesting.
but we also told him it's out of power.
we
we
also
should
told
not
them
have said.
the fence isn't fixed.
Well,
we
no, see,
told the guard that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
told the head guard that.
yeah,
And then
but
he
like
freaked out.
telling the
Yeah.
mayor that it's out of power would make him want to help us more, because like
yeah, because
he wants,
not working.
wants it.
yeah, exactly. But if we tell him you're not,
I just see our DM
look, I'm just
with
saying,
a giant
look,
like grin or something.
yeah, I'm just,
I know what he's thinking.
no, yeah,
I know what he's thinking.
dude. Of course he perks up at the sound of we have a vessel. Of course he's gonna take the vessel. The thing is, we tell him it doesn't have power, and then he's gonna try and convince us to be like, well, if I help you, you can, get that vessel fixed.
I think we should say
Doesn't seem
no
like
and throw
that
him under
kind
the
of
butt.
mayor.
Let's
He's
just
a fucking
Can we-
small, fat,
hey,
pot-bellied
hey.
fucker. He's gonna try
quick
whatever
question.
he needs to get what he wants.
This swearing.
guys, I thought of a great plan. Let's get all those fucks, bring them back to the ship, and slowly throw them in the engine
we throw those bandits
for
into-
fuel.
for-
all of the city.
we
Come on, guys, let's leave.
let's throw them
Come
in
on,
there.
Vamonos. Everybody, let's go.
Yeah.
We've got
So-
our dead bodies, so
so-
let's leave.
So we tell him about what we want to do. He perks about the sound of getting a vessel. We tell him we have no power, and then I don't even remember. I was so out of it by the end of it.
At
I
that point, it was
forgot.
like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
No,
I was.
no, it was like
No, it was
closer to two.
It was almost
2:30.
two.
It was
Closer to
2:30 when we
Yeah,
finished.
and I was like, I don't
wasn't
even
2:30, but
like
it's
I don't
close
even
to
know half the things that he's saying. I'm just focusing on how he sounds and not what he says anymore because I'm like I'm out of it.
Was the recreation of the voice accurate?
Yes,
Yeah,
very.
that
Yeah,
was-
you
that was
actually-
accurate.
To a T.
I wouldn't say
Okay, good.
to a T, but
Yeah,
it was a little different.
All right. How so?
thanks.
It's hard to get in that mind frame. I
No,
have like
yeah.
notes on it. That's what helps me get back into character voices.
Yeah, no.
I'll,
That's all
we'll have to see it next time we talk to him.
Yeah,
I'll-
but we
That's why I
Get-
do want to record some of our.
Oh,
sessions,
yeah.
so I can,
He
like,
tells us
have
about-
those to come back to.
he talks about why the spirits are there and how they dug into the wrong spot and it awakened something.
and how that weird thing comes and takes people.
And basically our job is to like plug it up and be like, can you fix that?
We're gonna put a cork like SpongeBob
Can
Big
you
Patrick.
can you just go over there and maybe plug up that hole we kind of dug?
Let there be power.
It's like that part in Family Guy when they get like they're on an Indian burial ground and they have like the skull and it's just like, well, just put it back. Just go there and put it back. So we go out and as we leave August Tremblay's courthouse, we see that they took the body of that bandit down and
yeah.
and ship him down.
Didn't Edwin try looting him?
No, he
No.
tried
No, he
looting.
looted
Yes, he did.
he looted the
He
leg
looted
dude.
the guy that we
Yeah,
blew
he
the leg
looted the
off.
guy
Oh,
that you
it's,
guys.
Yeah,
like,
no. As
blasted.
they're
Someone.
rolling the gurney, he just comes over and starts looting his body. No, but
Maybe that was just a thought I had.
and
I'm
then
like,
as
nah.
that was around the time we ended because we were just like, it's 2:30 in the morning. I think it's time to stop.
Yeah.
Honestly, overall, I did
Great
like
session.
I did like the session. There was a lot of moments where we were kind of frustrated. Mostly it was, character stuff and just being like, fam, but what about this, Overall, I did enjoy it. I personally was doing pretty bad with my rolls. I was just off my game that session, but next session.
For my comeback, that was great.
Yeah, for your comeback,
Yeah.
all that stuff with the comeback and everything, and there were some funny moments, that's for sure.
Yo.
Yeah, we definitely had some memorable moments this session. Some good, some bad.
Yeah, overall, it was really good. Like I said, I was pissed about the animal thing.
Yeah, and
'Cause she kind of carries the team sometimes, and it's like,
yeah. So we
you're just gonna leave her. Okay.
so basically we're just gonna,
Okay.
we're
Where's
gonna
the
leave our tank.
clutch? That's my Spencer on Valorant.
Yep, that's my
I
Spencer.
need
Remember?
it.
I need that. Thank you. But yeah, I liked our session. I'm always excited to see where the story takes us because
Oh yeah.
I would have never guessed we're
I-
going into
I-
an underwater city.
I can't wait to
where there's
explore.
ghosts.
Half a city.
Underground, half of a city that is also overrun by a possible lizard folk poltergeist.
So, you guys didn't like. It hasn't come up at all in conversation. I just want to remind you guys that,
Didn't you say like the city? Are you gonna talk about the city?
I was going to, but go ahead.
Didn't you say something about like it being like
It's completely cut.
cut, right?
So like,
Or
keep going. Like.
You said about
Extrapolate on
you're
that.
talking about like the two doors and how there's a street that leads to the doors, but there's also that's just where it cuts off at a point. I think you were talking about that.
So basically, it just looks like up against the cliff face. Like there's maybe like sometimes like a foot of building or like half a block of a building or like it just looks like weird. Like
It's
maybe
just-
there's supposed to be like a whole building, but it just like
Right
against
yeah.
the cliff
Got it.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can keep talking. But I think that was probably a good place to
Yeah.
wrap it up for now.
yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be recording again next week. Perhaps you'll see our Until Dawn video before then. But
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
other than that, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.